out.
Alrighty! What is up, fellow geeks? Super Geek Girl here, coming to you live, as always, from Studio SGG in the heart of Studiopolis Zone. Hope you guys are having a lovely Sunday. Yes, the Sherlock Geek Girl outfit is on, and y'all know what that means. It's time for everyone's favorite day of the week. It's Gay Lawyer Sunday! And also 100 Girlfriend Sunday. Hello, Legit. Hello, Sleepy. Hello, Gabe. And hello, Myers. Welcome, welcome, everybody. So glad that y'all could tune in. So, yes, it has been brought to my attention, and I knew this going in. In the Japanese dub, new girlfriend has appeared. Plushie girlfriend has appeared. And before you guys ask, yes, I have seen the plushies that Maymay makes for all the girlfriends. Yes, I have noted which girlfriend goes with which plushie. There may or may not be an army of small plushies before the season is done. Before the season is done, there may or may not be an army of small plushies waiting the other 100 Girlfriends VAs. So, yeah, well, no promises. I would love to be able to do it. And yes, small plushies are going to be really easy to make. These are going to be, like, really simple ones, I think. Although, some of them might require a little more effort to do. But yes, I am looking at them. I'm planning on it. I'm planning on it. Not a promise, but there may or may not be some plushies weighing my fellow VAs before all of this is said and done. I've got like 3, maybe 4 weeks to get to get them done, so we'll see. We'll see. I need something to do for commissions and whatnot. So anyway, I'm very excited. Of course, Maymay will make her English debut in 2 weeks. No word yet on who her VA is. Very excited. And I do have a plushie in mind for whoever Maymay's VA is going to be as well. Even though I don't think it showed in that particular episode. I haven't watched the whole episode yet. I've only seen bits and pieces. I'm probably not going to be able to get to watch it until probably tomorrow is when I'll be able to set aside some time and check it out. Do you think Rentaro has aura? You're gonna have to translate that for this old lady. I don't know what you mean by aura. Do you mean... someone needs to explain that to me, because that's Gen Alpha slang that I don't understand. Hello, Zelda NPC! Welcome, welcome! Thank you for tuning in! Yes, in the meantime, today's dub should hopefully come out later today, barring any production delays. I don't think there's any issues this time, so get ready for that. It'll be a fun one. The beauty search contest will be airing hopefully today. So yep, a lot of compliments, a lot of blushy, embarrassed, complimentary girlfriends. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. The translation: do you think Rantaro is cool? Oh, okay. So that's aura. That's what aura means, is cool. Okay. I don't know if cool is the right word for Rentaro. He definitely has cool moments. Like I said, I think making the text-to-speech app for Shizuka was definitely cool, but like cool in like a traditional, like, cool guy wearing sunglasses sort of sense. I don't know. Since Mimimi is literally beauty, Rentaro is the beast. I don't know. Rentaro can kind of get it. That water fight episode, they had no business making him look that good, but you know. Actually, there is, getting off the subject of 100 girlfriends for a second, I want to pose a question to the chat, because me and my husband had a disagreement about this, and I'm interested to know what you guys think. It's nothing major, I promise. It's Sonic fan nonsense, and since most of us all are Sonic fans here, I was curious what y'all thought about this. My husband argues that Shadow Generations is DLC for Sonic Generations, or should have been DLC for Sonic Generations, and I'm curious what you guys think about that statement. My initial argument was, because you had to buy the game all over again, I don't think it counts as DLC. It's a finished product. A DLC to me is something that you buy in addition to a game you already have. But since Sonic X Shadow Generations made you buy Sonic Generations all over again, I don't consider it to be DLC. Could it have been DLC? Absolutely, I think so. But I'm just curious what y'all think about that. We were talking a lot about Sonic at lunch today. I think the old people behind us at the Chili's thought that we were like insane or something. I could feel the judgmental boomer eyes on me as we were having this conversation. I disagree. Shadow Generations feels like its own game with its own story, its own levels, and the atmosphere is different. Yeah, I feel like... See, I'm still not sure kind of where I'm straddled the line. I feel like there was too much work put in for it to just be DLC, but at the same time, I don't know if calling it its own separate game is correct. I would say more than anything, it's a remaster with an additional Shadow campaign attached to it. I feel like that would probably be the best way for me to describe Sonic X Shadow Generations. I would say Generations is a standalone. It's essentially a remake for the newer generation consoles. That's kind of where I'm laying. That's kind of where I sit on that particular argument. Because if it was just DLC for Sonic Generations, then there would have been no need to go and redub all of Generations all over again. That's kind of my argument. Like, if they had just left Generations alone and intact and not done anything to it whatsoever, added no new dialogue, added no re-recordings, no additional bonuses, then yeah, I would have said that Shadow Generations would have been more of a DLC and balked at paying full price for it. I mean, let's be real here. I'm cheap, so I balked at paying full price for it anyway. But I feel like calling it a DLC is kind of doing it a disservice. It's the same with Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Yeah, it's kind of like that. I mean, I didn't play 3D World myself, but I do know what you're talking about. Hello, Obama! Welcome! Thank you very much for tuning in. We are discussing whether or not Shadow Generations it counts as DLC or not. That's the current topic of debate here. Yeah, exactly. I'm a broke kitty living in a box. I gotta save money where I can. Oh, okay. Oh, we're doing this right away, huh? We're gonna do this right away, huh? All right. It's your points. Do what you want with them. You see my living conditions? You see what I can afford? Anytime I can avoid paying full price on something, I'll do it. I'll do it. I feel like it does because it's separate. What do you mean it's separate? Shadow Generations is separate from Sonic Generations, yeah, but they were both packaged together in the same game, and that's kind of what brought the argument on in the first place. To an extent, that's the argument surrounding TOTK. I'm assuming that's Tears of the Kingdom, since it's basically just used the same Hyrule and enemies. Oh, really? See, I haven't gotten to Tears of the Kingdom yet, but is it like the same? Is it the same map as Breath of the Wild and all that? I would have thought that they would do. I would have thought that they would have done that. I would have thought they wouldn't have done that. Interesting. It's been a long time since I've played Breath of the Wild, so even if I were to do Tears of the Kingdom, I couldn't say one way or the other if they had reused any of the map and the assets. Yeah, I got thrown in the box already because this is the box that I live in, apparently, now. This is the box that I live in. Saving money is the main reason I bought No More Heroes 1 and 2, since I got each game for just $10 a pop. Yeah. On that note, the Steam Spring Sales are going on right now, and there may or may not be some games I'm looking at. Maybe. We'll see. It adds the sky and the caves and lots of other things, but it did start out as too many DLC ideas for Breath of the Wild. Oh, you know what? Saying it like that, what if that was the thing with Shadow Generations? What if it was just supposed to be DLC, and then they just got, like, too many ideas and too many things they wanted to add? It could have been a situation like that. Like, I'm not familiar with the development of Shadow Generations, so I don't know if that's how it went down or not. But that'd be interesting if that's how it went. Watch today's subs with Spanish subtitles. Hey, bueno! That is the only Spanish I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am horrible with Spanish. But hey, I love it. I love that it's available in other languages. Like I've already mentioned this, but like I will sometimes like pop on the other dubs of 100 Girlfriends, like the German or the Portuguese dub, just to kind of like compare everyone's voices, compare how their Karane sounds to me and the Japanese. Because I think multi-language stuff like that is really cool. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm like a language nerd and I love foreign languages, and I think it's really cool, like hearing different languages and different actors' takes on the same, essentially the same line. I don't know. Maybe I'm a huge nerd like that, or a huge geek like that. But I think it's cool. When you have a Spanish husband in Resident Evil, yes, I know. I know. You would think that my love for Luis would inspire me to learn a bit more Spanish, and not quite. Not quite. Like I said, the only time that I picked up any Spanish was when I went on vacation in Mexico, and even then, what I learned was very limited. Is there a Portuguese dub? It was either Portuguese. I think it was Portuguese. I'm pretty sure it was, but don't quote me on that. I'll have to double check, but I know for a fact that there's a German dub. Roll those R's. Yeah. I can't. My tongue doesn't work like that. I can't roll my R's. I don't have the correct mouth configuration to do that. Oh man, yeah. Undertale is Undertale is on Steam. You know what? I actually haven't played Undertale. That might be something that happens in the near future. Because we're getting kind of close to the end of Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. So I wouldn't be opposed to maybe looking at Undertale for the first time. I've managed to like stay away from it, mostly stay away from it. I know a few things, you know, but I've mostly heard. I've mostly stayed away from Undertale. Omori is another one that I was looking at as well. But I think I might save that one for closer to Halloween, since that one technically has some horror elements to it. You couldn't tell by looking at it, but I understand that it's got some horror to it. So maybe I save that one for closer to the spooky streams. It's only $1? Well, hey! Actually, I think I already own it. I just haven't had a chance to play it. Like, I think I grabbed it when it was on sale and then just never got around to putting it on the queue. You at least know the Tsundere cactus joke. Yes, that was really cute. That was really cute. I honestly wish... I'm going back up because I missed a few things here. I honestly wish that they had done just a third round of DLC. But I also like a lot of what they added into Tears of the Kingdom. $70 price tag stung. Yeah. That's the problem with, Alright, I'm popping out of the box. There we go. Ugh, much better. Yeah, That's the problem with Nintendo games, is I love them, but the price never goes down on it. You never see a Nintendo spring sale. Tell you what, though, if Nintendo ever did start having sales like Steam did, they would make bukus of money. They already make bukus of money, but for God's sake, Nintendo, I love your games, I love your characters, but please, make your games more affordable. Not all of us can afford $70 a pop every time a new Zelda or Kirby game comes out. That's always my biggest gripe with Nintendo is, God, their stuff is expensive. Including the Switch 2, which I'm still kind of on the fence about. I know that there's going to be a preview event in my area in April. And I do plan on, if I do plan on going and checking it out if I'm able to, just so I can get a feel for the Switch 2. On that note, the Switch 2 Direct, I believe, is April 2nd, in the morning, sometime in the morning. I will probably be live streaming my reaction to that, just in case there's any, like, major title drops or anything. So if you guys are willing to wake up early with me on a Wednesday, that'll be in about 2 weeks from now. We'll be streaming that. A copy of No More Heroes 3 on Switch costs the same as the non-discounted deluxe. Really? Nintendo, please. Okay. Well, we can discuss Nintendo and their ridiculous price gouging all day. But before we get underway, I know I just started, but I do kind of need to take a quick break. So I'm gonna step away for just a quick second, get some water. I was playing Monster Hunter before this, so I'm all out of water already. And I forgot to grab some before the stream started. So, I will be back in just a moment. When we come back, it'll be time for Gay Lawyer Sunday. So stick around, talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in just a second. All right, there we go. Thank you guys for waiting. It is time once again. Let me turn the volume down so I can actually hear myself. All right, there we go. Have y'all ever noticed that the 100 Girlfriends and 100 Girlfriends have their own themes? Yes, I have. I mean, personally, I like Karane's theme the best, but you know, that's just me. That's just me. Yes, I do appreciate the soundtrack, especially how they are able to get away with lawsuit level similarities to the freaking Mission Impossible and Chala Head Chala. Like, I was actually talking with a friend of mine who's like a big-time DBZ fan, and he was like, I am shocked that y'all got the rights to the Dragon Ball Z song. I'm like, it's not actually, but it's really dang close. Oh, man. So, welcome back, everybody, to Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. Last time, we finally finished Chapter 2, The Captive Turnabout, in which the killer from Chapter 1 was killed by the warden of the prison that he got sent to. And there was a whole lot going on. There was a circus, there was Frank saw it, came back, there was a greatly disturbing prison warden. There was a lot of stuff. There was a lot of stuff going on. But at the end of all of that, we were offered the chance to work for our father's firm. And ultimately we refused, but it did get Edgeworth thinking if he actually could be a defense attorney and actually could take up his father's duty. We'll see kind of where that leads us in just a moment. So, with that being said, let us continue with episode number 3, Turnabout Legacy. Here we go. And apparently this one's supposed to be even longer than Captive Turnabout, so... Oh boy. Food? Cake? Whose birthday is it? Is it Princess Peach? Oh god!
Samson. And Judy's Bake and Ball.
Voices? What? What is going on here? Is this Great British Bake Off the musical? Which, by the way, that is actually a thing. Is Great British Bake Off the musical? Oh wow! Wow! Paul Hollywood and Mary Berry wish they could. Dang! Hello, Tyron. Welcome. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Hope you get feeling better soon. Okay, so we have the Samson and Judy's Bake and Bop TV show, I guess? Oh my god, wait, what? "18 years ago? Also, what the heck, young Fender looks like every guy that I hated in high school. I hate saying it like that, but dang. Alright, so definitely sounds like we're gonna have a flashback chapter. This ought to be good. April 2nd, 10:05 a.m. Zodiac Hall Fountain Room. The text was on autoplay during that beginning, which is why I wasn't able to voice act it. It was going by too fast for me to do it. But it's during those intro cutscenes, the text is always on autoplay, and I just kind of let it play out. But here we go. Well, Fender, Are you finally going to tell me what we're doing here? Why have you brought me to an art gallery of all places? Hey, yeah, nothing going on. Seemed like the perfect chance to come and enjoy the magic of star sign stuff together. Star sign stuff? I'm leaving. Hey, chill, big guy. I'm just joking. You know about the IS-7 incident, yeah? Your old man's last case? Of course. Von Karma took great pleasure in showing me the files as soon as I became a prosecutor. Oh, you punk! Really? Add this to more reasons I hate Von Karma. Rubbing his dead dad's last case in his face? Piss all the way off, sir. And I reviewed them again last night after your invite. See? Okay, but do we get to review them? I was also present at the trial all those years ago. Although my memories of it are somewhat hazy. Was this the trial that... Oh my god, this must have been the trial before DL6. This must have been... Is this what... Oh my god! Are we actually gonna, like, relive the last trial of Gregory Edgeworth? That'd be kind of dope if we did. There he is. As a child, I was completely in awe of my father. The sight of him in court was inspirational. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law. And opposite him, the man who would become my mentor, Manfred von Karma. It was quite a case. However, it ended with the conviction of the accused. Uh-oh, we got an auto-tune in play. Alright, let me switch it on. I guess we're gonna have an auto-tuned, flashback here. If it is a flashback, maybe we're just gonna be jumping like back and forth between the past and the present or something like that. We'll see. So you were there too. You were in the courtroom for Gregory's final outing? Like, didn't you know? Like, anyway. Well, that'll make explaining things easier. I wanted you to know something, see? That something being what really went down. Not the truth in those files, but the capital T truth. It was 18 years ago, smack dab in the middle of a real doozy of a winter. The buildings were covered with a blanket of snow. It looked like the streets were lined with popsicles. But things weren't so innocent behind those frozen doors. In fact, some pretty sordid stuff went down. We are gonna flashback, aren't we? Oh my god! Look at him! He's such a little... He really does look like that guy in high school that I hated. Oh boy. Too bad that Manfred von Karma is not Manfred von Hatred. I don't know, I hate him. I hate him pretty hard. I'll call him Manfred von Hatred. This was back before yours truly was the fine figure of an attorney you see before you today. 18 years ago! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh yeah, we're just straight up going there. We're just straight up going there. Oh my god. We're actually gonna relive the worst day of Miles Edgeworth's life. Great! I can't wait! December 24th, 5 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. Okay, so it's gonna be a little difficult because I'm auto-tuned right now. But we'll soon hear the correct voices in their full glory in a moment. So Eddie's just Eddie, but just like a little higher pitched, I think. That means you would be calling him Manfred from Hatred, since Manfred von Car. Okay. I missed the pun. My apologies. Also, is this Edgeworth's theme? Or not Edgeworth's theme? Is this Gregory's theme? I kind of like it. It sounds very Law and Order, doesn't it? Like I can almost hear the bum 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 bum. Oh, I bet that sounded weird in auto-tune. But y'all know what I mean. Hey, Mr. E! This one really came out of the blue, huh? Oh, here it is. Okay, so clearly he's not British like Miles. I assume that my headcanon for that is Miles picked up the accent when he was studying abroad with Manfred and Francisca as a kid. So I just need like a good deep guy voice for him. Also, damn, he's not bad. He's not. I can kind of see where Edgeworth got it from. Gregory can get it anyway. All right, let's see if I can. I am not good with deep male voices, guys. So please bear with me for a second. It's gonna sound even worse in auto-tune, but here we go. It did. We were called in before the ink on the arrest paper was even dry. Oh god, and he's doing his own self-intro! Oh, okay, yeah. If I can simply... What, do I have to choose? I was just mentioning the family resemblance! That's all I was doing! No, I'm not sipping for an old man! Absolutely not! I don't know what you're talking about! Ah! Thank you for the cat spray. Thank you. Alright. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. I'm here visiting a client with my assistant, Eddie Fender. A murder on Christmas Eve? What's the world coming to? Uh-oh. Or am I going to have to sing too? Is that singing? Oh boy, yeah, that's sing. Wait, what the hell? Okay. Alright, this is not gonna go well. Considering if we're not friends yet, I'm sure we'll be soon. Y'all know I'm terrible at coming up with songs on the spot, right? Welcome, my friends, to the visitor's room. And if we're not friends yet, I'm sure we will be soon. Whoa! Talk about an entrance! I was not expecting that! Neither was I. Sorry if I surprised you. I'm just so happy to see you both. Thanks so much for coming out, seriously. I can't thank you enough. Wait a minute! Hold on a second! I recognize this dude! This dude's from Bleach! Wait! This is, oh god, what's his name? It's Chad! It's Chad from Bleach! He just has an afro now! What are you doing here, man? Should you be out being a Shinigami or something? I forget what Chad does in Bleach. I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've seen that show, but it looks like him, doesn't it? I'm not the only one who thinks that, right? I can't be. Somebody go look up Chad from Bleach and then look at this dude and tell me that I'm wrong. Who greets their their attorneys by singing. You know what? Considering the track record we've had, this is probably one of the more normal, greetings we've had. I'm getting like big Max, oh god, what the hell was his name? Galactica. I'm getting big Max Galactica vibes from this guy. Which means I'm probably gonna hate him. But it's fine.
You're the accused, I take it? I am. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, at your service.
Oh, and he's got the little, is that where Edgeworth got the bow from? Was from his dad? Sir!
I look forward to representing you.
And I think that's about time up with the voice mod too. There we go. Thank you for the redeem, Sleepy.
This is my assistant, Eddie Fender.
Oh. Come on, controller. There we go.
Pleased to meet you, sir! I'll do everything I can to help!
Wimpy little punk.
Come now, Edward, calm down, please. You'll have to forgive him. He's still new to this. He's been helping me out part-time, but he's far from fully fledged lawyer material yet. Nonetheless, I'm hoping he'll be of some assistance in investigating the particulars of this case. Gregory and Eddie, it's an honor to meet you both. My job as a defense attorney is to save my clients from wrongful convictions. So the first thing to do is establish whether or not he is truly innocent.
Wow, straight to the point, huh?
Perhaps we could begin by having you tell us a little about yourself. Oh, what am I thinking? I haven't even told you my name! I'm Samson...
Well, hang on. Tangaroa?
I'm Samson Tangaroa. Whoa, it really is you? Samson Tangaroa, the world's greatest confectioner? Oh, you flatter me, my young friend. Then call me Samson. All my pals do. Well, thanks, Samson. I will. I can't believe I'm meeting you in person. It seems Eddie knows something of our client.
Mystery! It's the Samson Tangaroa! The singing, dancing confectionery making sensation! Yes? Is that all we get? Oh no! What is going on now? Oh, good grief! I'm not attempting to sing along with this, but look at Gregory. He's just like, I do not want to be here right now. Oh my god! Why is this giving me vibes of the Chowder intro? Why did this give me vibes of Chowder for some reason? Okay, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I'd say this counts as one of the weirder. Look at the guard! Look at the guard! Look! The guard's doing jazz hands! Stupid! Oh my god, this guard is the MVP right here. I love him. Oh my god. Oh, please tell me that they did that in the original too. Please tell me that was in the original as well. Because my god, that is freaking great. Oh, he wanted to be a theater kid so bad. Anyway.
I almost started dancing along. No way! I got to sing with Samson Tangaroa! This is a dream come true! Thanks, little pal. It means a lot to hear you say that. My apologies, but I think we need to discuss the matter at hand.
I can't not give older guys a British accent. What is wrong with me?
Of course. I'm sure you're both very busy. All right, where would you like me to start?
All right, I guess tell us more about yourself after that lovely musical number that I didn't sing because I wasn't sure how the song went.
So you're not just a confectioner, but also a singer and a dancer? I sure am. When I'm having fun, my body just starts moving.
You must really enjoy making desserts.
I wouldn't be much a
blah, blah, blah.
I wouldn't be much of a confectioner if I didn't. I live to make sweets that will bring joy to others.
Hey, they're not just things, they're works of art! Sparkling, dazzling, mouth-watering creations! The stuff that dreams are made of!
So, he aims to create joyous and inspirational pieces, does he?
Alright. I mean, he seems like a pretty stand-up dude. He seems like a cool guy. Like, what did you do that's so horrible, sir? You killed somebody, didn't you? Or you got accused of killing somebody.
I understand that the incident in question happened at your mansion. It did. We were holding an international confectionery contest there when a body was found inside one of my creations.
Oh, whoa! So instead of a lady popping out of a cake, a corpse pops out of a cake? That cannot be hygienic. Ew. Also, what the heck? You held it at your own house? Oh, wow! Well, y'all know that chocolate guy on Instagram and TikTok? This is something I haven't seen him do yet. Put a body in one of his chocolates. There's something I haven't seen him do yet. Please tell me y'all know who I'm talking about, by the way. In the fan translation, Gregory's cut-in lines are voiced by ProZD of all people. Yes! Okay, so I have heard ProZD's lines. I will say, this is one of those instances where I greatly prefer the fan translation over the original. No offense to Gregory's VA here, but I think ProZD did a wonderful job with Gregory's cut-ins, and he is who I have in my head when I think of Gregory Edgeworth, and I'm doing a very poor job of replicating that. But that's the voice that's going through my head when I hear Gregory talk is ProZD's voice. Inside one of your... No! Whoa, why the heart's there? The heart shouldn't be there. Inside one of your... No way!
The detective in charge placed me under arrest because of it. And now, here I am. But I could never take a life. Never! I'm sure the police will see that too in time. I'm sure the police will see that too in time. They'll realize their mistake.
I doubt that. I sure hope so.
And what can you tell us about the victim? His name is Artie Frost. He was taking part in the contest.
Charming.
Mr. Frost was a wonderful confectioner. His creations were things of real beauty. I just don't understand. Why did he have to die? I'm sorry. He seems genuinely upset over the victim's death. I think I have a pretty good measure of the man now. Mr. Tangaroa, there's just one last thing I need to confirm with you. You didn't kill Mr. Frost, correct? Correct! I swear to you I didn't do it! Like I told you, I could never take a life. Never! He seems quite sincere. All right. I'm going to take you at your word. Thank you for being so forthright with me. Likewise. It's good to talk to somebody other than those detectives. We'll head to the scene of the crime and see what we can learn. We'll be in touch when we have something more to tell you. Oh, more singing? Or not. Goodbye,
Excuse me, good grief. This is what happens when I try to sing without warming up first.
Goodbye, Gregory! Goodbye, Eddie! I'm counting on you both!
All right, December 24th, 6 p.m. Contest venue, Fountain Room. So this was all inside of... Wait. I'm confused. Is this his mansion? Or... Because when we went here later, he said it was at a museum. Was there a translation error, or did I just miss something entirely?
It's pretty cold out there, huh, Mr. E? I never saw so much snow. Yes, and it doesn't seem like it'll be letting up anytime soon. But just look at this place. What a sweet house Hampson's got. It's huge.
Okay, so it is his house. Gotcha. I guess his house is open to the public? I don't know. Ace Attorney World. Hand wave away things that don't make sense. Just play by those rules, and you'll get through this much easier.
Yes, big enough to hold an international confectionery contest, no less.
Oh, do we have... Is there more singing? Oh yeah, this is the gal! All right. If this is the girl, what kind of voice should we give her? We already did the flurry voice for I don't know. If this is the gal with the roses, then I feel like she should have a sort of elegant voice to her. Because she's also a singer. She's also probably dramatic AF, like Samson is, if they're cohorts. Or maybe she's super chill. I don't know. Well, I'll just go with something and see if it works.
Oh, are you all right? I'm sorry. Would you happen to be Mr. Gregory Edgeworth by any chance?
I would. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm Eddie Fender, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Oh, he does a little bow with his hat, too. Aw, that's cute.
Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, welcome to our humble abode. Judy Bound, it's an honor to meet you both. I'm the housekeeper here, and Mr. Tangaroa's assistant.
Oh, you're no housekeeper. You're Judy Bound. The Judy Bound!
Oh, you know a little something of my work?
A little? I watch you on TV every chance I get. I'm Bacon Bob's biggest fan!
It's very kind of you to say so. We'd be nothing without our fans.
And what might Bake and Bob be? It's only the biggest show on TV! Every kid on the planet loves it! The dynamic duo of Samson and Judy make delicious sweet stuff all while singing and dancing!
Like this! Check it out! Oh god, more singing. What shall we make today, kids? Let's give it a try. Cookie dough caramel too. Oh wait, clicky no caramel to fluffy shoes. Oh god, I wasn't paying attention to the lyrics before. I should have been paying attention to the lyrics. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and sing. Sorry, guys. I'm really bad at this. Maybe I should have actually been listening to the tune instead of like talking over it.
That was a wonderful performance, Mr. Fender. Bravo!
I dance along every time I watch the show.
Oh! Mention of Baby Miles! No! That's really cute! Oh, but wait. I just remembered what day it is. I just remembered what day it is, and he's not gonna get the chance to suggest it to Miles, is he? No! I've made myself sad now.
Perhaps Miles might enjoy it too. I'll suggest it later.
Whew, but all this dancing really takes it out of the guy.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm the world's worst hostess. Here, nothing relaxes the body and mind quite like a cup of tea.
Yummy! Clink, clink, clatter, clatter. Oh my god! No, okay! I don't drink a lot of tea, but I really want this tea set! Star cups in a moon kettle? Yes! This is absolutely my aesthetic! I don't know. I'm gonna have to like... I'm gonna have to like learn like pottery to do this, right? But god, I really want these star cups. Those are so cute! Hello, NSM! Welcome, welcome! Thanks for tuning in! Okay, no, I really want that tea set, though! Ah!
This is Ceylon, correct? It's delicious.
I'm probably saying that wrong.
Its citrus aroma is said to improve one's ability to concentrate, as I recall.
Interesting. So this is what Ceylon tea tastes like, huh?
That's odd. The saucer's cold.
Yes, it's so that the tea cools down more quickly, I'm afraid. Some of our guests don't like it too hot.
I see. These teacups are very unique, too. The design is really something.
You think so? Oh, thank you so much. I ordered them all the way from France. They're my absolute favorite.
Okay, so... Note taken, I'll have to get them from France.
They were designed by a marvelous sculptor named...
I'm gonna butcher this name.
They were designed by a marvelous sculptor named Paul Halik.
Paul Halik? Am I saying that correctly? It's not Haliquay. It's not Haliquay. That's... Or it might be. I don't know at this point. I'll say Halik. I can't get the pun here, so we're just going with it.
They were designed by a marvelous sculptor named Paul Halik. Have you heard of him? He makes the most amazing tableware in the world.
You're clearly a big fan of his work.
Oh, I am! These teacups are my greatest treasure!
They're gonna be important later on, aren't they?
She's certainly not afraid to show when she's passionate about something. If you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to move on to the reason we're here. Can you tell us everything you know about the unfortunate incident that occurred earlier?
Of course. I'm sorry for getting so distracted. I guess I'm still in shock. Because I'm the one who found the body, you see.
You discovered the victim? Is it true that the body was recovered from inside one of Mr. Tangaroa's creations?
It is. We were in the middle of the contest's final judgment phase I heard the sound of something big collapsing coming from Samson's room. Samson? Are you in here? Ah! I opened the door and went inside, and there was Mr. Frost's body!
Thank you. I'm sorry to make you relive such a traumatic experience.
Oh, think nothing of it, please. I only wish I had more to tell you.
So, something I'm noticing right away about Gregory is he is a lot more... I mean, I thought Miles was straight-laced, but he's, like, very straight-laced, no-nonsense. Like, the only... I can see a little bit of quirk coming through. I can see a little bit of quirk coming through in some instances, but, he is very, like, straight to business, isn't he? I don't know, uh-oh. Ah, my foot's caught on the microphone cord! Ah! Hello, hello? Are we still good? Are we still good? Okay, I think we're fine. Yeah, so not a whole lot of quirkiness to this guy. Which, you know, I guess that's fine. But I don't know. Well, maybe we'll get a little bit more quirky as he goes on. Because Edgeworth, for all of his straight-lacedness and stuff, he's definitely got some goofy moments that I find make him, like, all the more endearing. One character trope I really like is when you have a super straight-laced and serious character, and then they say or do something, like, they say or do something stupid or goofy and extremely out of character for them, but instead of being, like, an OOC moment, it just ends up making them even more endearing. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like in Miles' case. I'm not using this as an opportunity to wax poetic about Edgeworth, or because we're on a break right now, but... Like the little thing about him loving Steel Samurai, or the thing about him getting names wrong. Even though he's, like, a super serious character, he still has all of these, like, little quirks that I love. I haven't seen anything like that for Gregory yet. But it's early days. We just started this investigation. We'll see.
Now, if you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to begin our investigation of the crime scene.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Fender! You have to save Samson! He's no murderer! He could never do something like that!
Of course.
Leave it to us, Miss Bound!
Oh, thank you so much! I'll go serve the others their tea then.
Come, Eddie, to the scene of the crime.
Yes, sir, Mr. E! Alright, off to the scene of the... Hey! It's Bad! Detective Bad is here! Boy, a young man! A young Detective Bad! He seems to have a little more, he doesn't have quite so much, snow on the roof here. Hey! Also, who the hell is Chef Zepp over there? That is totally Chef Zepp from One Piece! That's Sanji's mentor over there! Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to get the gruff voice going on for Bad. It hasn't been that long since I've done his voice, so let's see if I remember how to do this. December 24th. Contest venue, Tangaroa's room.
No way! Everything in this room's made of chocolate! I can't believe I'm getting to see so many of Samson's creations this up close and personal! I might be more excited myself if the room wasn't a murder scene.
Just hearing you say that sends a shiver down my spine.
That might just be the temperature in here. It's rather cold.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it is pretty
Oh, yeah! There's that music. There's that music. Good to see you again, Dad! We missed you! Oh my gosh, does that mean there's gonna be a little K running around? No, it would be 18 years. No, this would be before K was born. K wasn't around yet. Oh well.
Defense on the scene already? That was fast. A pleasure to meet you. Gregory Edgeworth. I'm representing Mr. Tangaroa. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender.
Nice to meet you.
Bad. Detective Tyrell, bad.
The detective in charge is named Bad, a man of few words.
What? Huh? Huh? Why? 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 Why'd you eat? What? There's tons of chocolate here and you're gonna eat the paper! Dude, that's a medical condition! Go see a doctor! What the actual hell?
Sorry about this. It doesn't taste right.
Why?
You're eating your notepaper?
Okay, no, Gregory's just cool with this? You're just cool with this? You're very... You're very open-minded, sir. I appreciate that, but... Okay, no, that is an actual medical condition that Eddie has. Eddie has pica. It's the condition where you, like, eat things that you're not supposed to eat, like paper and rocks and stuff. This is a genuine medical condition. This is not something you just hand wave away. I mean, thank God he doesn't do this now as an adult, right? But Fender is the goat. Literally. I love that. Love that. You get hearts for that. You get hearts for that. That is okay. Now I need somebody to draw him as a goat. I need somebody to draw Eddie Fender as a goat, please. Oh my god, that's so stupid and dumb. I love this game. All right, but let's focus. I just love that Gregory's just like whatever. I'm used to it.
He likes to chew over his thoughts rather literally, I'm afraid. It helps him to digest and remember them. It's a little quirk of his. Please try to ignore it. Although I'd be the first to admit that's easier said than done. With introductions out of the way, Detective Bad, would you mind if we joined you in investigating the scene? Sorry, not gonna happen.
What? How come? Mr. Edgeworth is Mr. Tangaroa's attorney!
Yeah, and attorneys will do anything to get them off the hook. Even put words in their clients' mouths. You think I need that on my crime scene?
Mr. Edgeworth would never do something like that!
I don't trust attorneys. Okay, kid?
Wow, even back then.
Detective, you established my client's supposed guilt based on an investigation of the crime scene, correct? That's usually how it works, yeah. What of it? Then extend me the same courtesy. I believe he is innocent, and I would like the chance to prove it.
So diplomatic, this man.
You believe he's innocent, and you didn't even see the scene yet? That's some flimsy lawyering.
That's exactly why I wish to see the scene for myself. I need to ensure that my belief is based on solid evidence and sound reasoning.
You about to tell me you're not leaving until I let you look over the scene?
I am.
Fine. Knock yourselves out.
Thank you, Detective.
Yep, still the sucker. It's still the lollipop.
But I'm coming around with you. Like I said, I don't trust attorneys. If you're good with that, go ahead and get to it. That was a lollipop this whole time?
I must admit, I didn't see that coming either. We'd better get started then. I'll need you to take notes, Eddie.
On it, mystery! Let's get this over with.
Begin investigation! All right. Well, I think the very first thing we need to do is talk to a... You gotta do a little run too. I think the first thing we need to do is talk to Chef Zeph over here. Okay, real quick. How did Chef Zeph talk? It has been such a long time since I've seen One Piece. Because this dude absolutely screams Chef Zeph to me, or Sanji. I can't do a Sanji voice, so give me 1 second. Let me that's the wrong button. Where is the... There we go. Alright, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna check something real quick. I'm not looking up any spoilers. I'm just trying to see how Chef Zeph sounds. Ow! That's not it. It's kind of close to Chef Zeph. I mean, I'm looking up a picture of Chef Zeph as well, so I thought he was missing an eye, but maybe I was rethinking. Maybe I was incorrect. I think this is the Japanese. That's not going to help me. Whatever. It's fine. Well, we'll figure out something. But I just get Chef Zeph vibes from this dude. The chef was called Dane Gustavia in the fan translation. All right, Dane Gustavia. So I wonder what is his name here.
And you are?
Oh no! You know. This is. Oh God! What's that one guy's name? Musashi or something? This is a samurai. This is a samurai here. All right. Well, we'll just go with whatever.
Sorry. Meditating. Did you want something, detective?
Oh, I'm an attorney, not a...
I'm giving him a British accent again.
Oh, I'm an attorney, not a detective. Gregory Edgeworth. A pleasure to meet you.
And I'm his assistant, Eddie Fender. I see. Name's Carmelo Gusto.
Carmelo Gusto. That's okay. That's fine.
I'm a confectioner, here for the contest. You are? What's your specialty, Mr. Gusto?
Dough? Huh?
The art of air and sugar.
Oh, so sugar work. That does not look like sugar work. That looks like dough. Sugar work should be like much more delicate than that, right? All right, whatever. I'll roll with it.
No way! Look at that! It's a little baby seahorse!
It's a dragon, a noble, soaring creature of the skies.
That's a dragon?
It does look more aquatic than airborne. No need to sugarcoat it. My design sense is weak. I know that better than anybody. That's why I'm heading to Zhangba when this is all over. I need to train hard.
Zhangfa, huh?
Perhaps we should get off the subject of his design sense for now. So, what are you doing in here, Mr. Gusto? I didn't think they were allowing civilians on the scene yet. Detective wanted to know more about one of the pieces in here. Makes sense, seeing as he's a contestant. Perhaps I should ask him a few questions of my own.
Alrighty. Let's see what we can find out from this guy. Also, I really like the red outfit. Very Iron Chef. Love it, love it.
Those are some interesting implements you use, Mr. Gusto.
Yeah. Chicken! Okay, but the chicken's cute, though. That's fine.
Sugar-blowing pumps. They put air into the sugar.
They're so cool! It's like watching a swords master do his thing!
I am no master. Not a day goes by that I don't hurt myself, one way or another.
Is that how you lost your eye?
That's why I wear red. That way, it doesn't matter when I make a mess.
No! I appreciate the mindset behind that, but if you are bleeding all over the goddamn kitchen, you don't need to be cooking! You don't have any idea how much food you're contaminating with your blood! Bruh! Get this man some Band-Aids! Even in cooking competitions, if somebody injures himself with that, they get pulled off the line! Like, come on! Even in fast food joints, they do that! God, I hope they do that in fast food joints. Ugh, I don't want to think about that. Again, I appreciate the sentiment, but my God. Somebody get a health inspector in here. Stat.
The way of the confectioner is a lowly one. You never stop learning. Not until you die. The way of the confectioner sounds like a long one, too. If he's still injuring himself on a daily basis.
Okay, so he's got a little bit of snark to him, too. He's nowhere near as sassy as Miles, but he's still got some snark to him. I dig that. Going for the Deadpool aesthetic. Yeah. That guy's got the right idea. He's wearing the brown pants. That's probably one of my favorite jokes from the Deadpool movie. Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool was A+ casting.
What can you tell us about the contest? Based on what we've seen so far, flavor doesn't seem to be the only criteria at play. The contest was Tangaroa's idea. It's about art. Confectionery as art.
Confectionery as art?
Art you can eat. Every part of it. Every single item in this room is edible.
Well, the whole place does kind of smell like chocolate.
Tangaroa is a genius.
A once-in-a-generation talent. Flavor and flair. He has it all. And if you can't outdo the god of confections himself, you can't win.
I don't know, man. Beating out the greatest in the world seems kind of hard, yeah?
As it should be. Whoever beats him becomes the greatest in turn. That's the real prize here. Nothing else matters.
Always gotta go for that #1 headband, huh?
So you're competing for a title, effectively.
And a treasure. The ultimate cookbook. Tangaroa's most prized possession. If you want to know more, it's all written down here. It's the list of rules that was given out to contestants.
Contest rules added! Alright, well, we need to check that out. Alright, let's see here. Prize! The ultimate cookbook and the title of World's Greatest Confectioner! Rules. Judging will proceed clockwise from the leftmost room. All contestants will gather in Mr. Tangaroa's room when judging ends. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. Stands and display materials will be provided. Contestants may not enter another contestant's room until the judging has been completed. Okay, so each contestant gets their own room? Interesting. Why? I wonder why they all get their own room. Why would it all just be in, like... I've seen a couple of cooking shows. And it's weird that everyone's getting their own room. Usually you all cook together in the same place. I guess in a show that makes it easier for the cameras, but... interesting. So clockwise from the leftmost room. I feel like that might be important. Alright, so... Back to it. Back to it? Yes, there we go.
Sorry, I don't know much about what happened. I only heard about it after the judging was over.
How was the judging organized?
It started at 3 p.m. Tangaroa began making the rounds right around then.
Okay, here we go. So, Gusto, and then the elevator, and then Scone, someone named Scone, and then Frost Room, which is the victim.
He left his own room, then worked his way around the venue clockwise. My creations were the first to be judged. After that, he went to Scone's room. She's another one of the contestants.
What can you tell us about her?
Ruthless. Brutal. There's nothing she wouldn't do to win. She was working with Cream, some kind of a dreamscape. Then, last of all, Frost's room. His thing was flavored ice. Sculptures this time, or so I heard.
Do ice sculptures count as confectionery, though?
Bound found the body while Tangaroa was still making the rounds. She panicked, ran to call the cops. Tangaroa went right on judging. Claims he didn't know a thing about it until afterward. Went ahead and looked over the victim's work, even though the guy was nowhere to be seen. Pretty suspicious behavior in anyone's book.
Flavored in sugared ice? Possibly. I just don't have a... Wow, my mic just spiked for no reason whatsoever. I just don't see, like, I don't see ice as, like, as a confection. Well, I guess we'll see.
I don't have enough information to challenge him on that yet. By the way, Detective Bad, what were you and Mr. Gusto talking about earlier?
I was gonna ask about the piece on the wall here, the one in the frame. Seemed like something was off. Thought I better ask somebody who knows about this stuff. But then you, bozo, showed up and pulled me away from my very important work.
Perhaps we can take a closer look at it together.
Can't take a hint, can you?
Mr. Gusto, would you mind helping us out?
Of course. Confectionery is my life. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Alright, so now we get to check. Well, obviously, this seems like an important part.
Are these finger marks?
Yeah, but we don't know whose yet. Still haven't figured it out. No fingerprints, no ID.
Finger marks without prints. They could certainly be important to the case.
Okay, so... Was someone wearing gloves, then? Unless they're gonna pull some BS like, oh, the culprit didn't actually have any fingerprints! They had that one rare condition where you don't have fingerprints! If it is that, I am going to be very upset. But for now, we can't really rule anything out. But I'm betting on either gloves or some cockamamie reason why they don't have fingerprints.
It's a real head scratcher, all right. Not really. I'm guessing whoever did it wore gloves.
Aww, where's your sense of romance, of adventure?
There doesn't tend to be much of either at a crime scene, Eddie.
Oh, trust me, you're just not watching the right murder mysteries. There is plenty of adventure and romance to be found at a crime scene. Trust me. Alright, Angel beset by thorns. Why does that sound like a Dark Souls person? Why does that sound like something out of Dark Souls?
This must be the title of this piece.
Angel beset by thorns. Whoa, that's pretty mysterious. Really gets you thinking, huh? I think I'm a fan. You have good taste. I am especially fond of it myself. Simply captivating. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Gusto praised me!
Now, Eddie. Don't make this into a thorny issue by bragging about it.
Did you just make a pun? Thank you for calling him out on that! Oh, that was a dad joke. That was a dad joke, y'all. If he's gonna come in here with dad jokes, oh no. I'm a goner. I'm a goner if that happens. Oh no. Oh no. Don't come in here with Gregory Edgeworth making dad jokes. No. I'm way too weak to that. Oh, anyway. But no, Gusto is absolutely right.
You have bad taste.
Yeah, I totally was a dad joke.
Was that a dad joke, Mr. Edgeworth? I better make note of this momentous occasion.
Where did I make a joke? Dad or otherwise?
You knew, sir. You knew what you were doing. I don't know. Okay, no, I don't know if it's better if he intentionally made it or if he didn't even realize that he made it. Oh, I love it. I love it. Let's check out the Diary of Despair. Cute Danganronpa music.
It's a journal belonging to the captain of the chocolate ship, also made of chocolate. A Diary of Despair. That's some title.
Wow, how did we... So is this whole freaking chocolate work like a museum exhibit? Like, was that the theme of this? Was like a museum exhibit depicting like an old pirate ship? Because holy hell, that is ambitious. Again! I want to see the chocolate guy on TikTok do this! He can totally pull this off!
Come, hearken, see how we crossed the sea and rode the red tide to misery. Quite a jaunty rhyme for such a tragic-sounding tale.
Alright, and we've got a candelabra that is missing a light.
A candelabra made of chocolate. There's a title here, The Light of Life. Well, this particular light seems to be missing one of its life-giving flames. Does it have some sort of a symbolic meaning? Or could it be...
Okay. Oh, we haven't actually looked at the actual book. Hello, Stumpy! Welcome! What nonsense? I don't know. I think you meant to say something else. But we are investigating a death during a confectionery contest. But we're not investigating as Edgeworth. Well, we are kind of investigating as Edgeworth. We're investigating as Anne Edgeworth. We're actually we're playing as Gregory Edgeworth, Miles' dad. We're investigating what was, unfortunately, going to be his final case. So, I get to go crazy over another kind of Edgeworth. So, yay!
Wow, who knew you could make a picture this pretty out of chocolate? Samson really is a god among men!
Is it really made of chocolate, though? It looks far too much like a regular illustration to me.
You have a good eye. I'm impressed. That's no piece of candy. That is the ultimate cookbook.
The ultimate cookbook. In other words, the grand prize.
What? So, it's not made of chocolate after all?
No, the book is simply enframed in some.
Tangaroa showed it to all of us when he gathered us here to explain the rules.
So the participants knew that the grand prize was in this room the whole time.
Anyway, you see it too, right? The frame. Something's missing.
Ah. The oddity detective Bad was going to ask Mr. Gusto about earlier. Yes. You're right, detective. Something is missing from this frame.
So, it's not just me.
Huh? What's missing?
I'd better show Eddie which part of the frame is missing some chocolate.
Okay,
Take that!
Oh, hey! There's the line. There's the line. So yes, this is Daddy Edgeworth here. This is Gregory, and yes, he does not have the ruffles, but the ruffles were a Von Karma thing, not an Edgeworth thing. So this is taking place on December 24th. That fated day, which would be the worst day of Miles' life. The ruffles are in his blood. No, they're not. They're He got that from his mentor. He didn't get that from his daddy. It's fine.
Look closely, Eddie. Don't you feel that something is lacking here?
Sorry. Art's not really my thing. Maybe that's just an artistic flourish, you know?
Uh-oh. I think I goofed up. Did I mess up? Would it be the finger marks? Well, at least I didn't lose any points. I better show Eddie which part of the frame is missing some chocolate. Oh! I'm a dummy! I see it! Whoopsie! Although I do like his little shocked expression was quite cute.
Take that.
Let's try that again, shall we?
Look at the decorative work in the corner here. Something's missing, no?
Oh yeah! It's different from the other side!
That's not like Tangaroa. The balance is all wrong. But that's not all. Take a look around. Every confection in this room is missing some small bit.
That's why there's a missing light from the candelabra. Okay.
Whoa, you're right! The candle holder, the nautical stuff, they're all like that! Did somebody deliberately damage them?
Okay, we have a logic piece. Damage creations.
That's a very good question.
Or did Tangaroa just want it to look like somebody messed with his works? He would never do that to his own creations! Never!
Could this have some deeper meaning for the case? Are you alright, Eddie?
Yeah, but it sure is chilly in here.
Yes. It wasn't exactly warm out in the fountain room either.
Well, I mean, if you're working with chocolate, it would have to be cold in here, right?
But it's even colder in here. Would you like to borrow my jacket?
No, I'm fine. And besides, you said you'd give it to me when I finally got my attorney's badge.
Oh no. Oh no. No, that's really sad.
I did, didn't I?
Why do they have the heat down so low?
Well, maybe if you actually put your arms through your jacket sleeves, you wouldn't be so cold, dingus.
Chocolate needs to be kept at the right temperature. Take a look behind that panel on the wall.
What panel?
Also, yes, Detective Bad is back. I'm guessing pre-Yatagarasu days.
Whoa, look at that! It was here this whole time!
There's one in each of the contest rooms. Tangaroa hid them so they wouldn't spoil the aesthetic of our works. And what do the controls do? They adjust the temperature and the lighting. Goes all the way down to minus 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Cold enough to keep any confection from melting. So in effect, each room is a giant freezer.
Ooh. They're gonna mess with the time of death. I already know this trope. I know this trope. They're gonna use the temperature of the room to mess with the time of death. Because if you lower the body temperature, then you can make it look like the body's been dead for like way longer than it actually has been. Or is it vice versa and the other way around? I don't know. But I've seen this trope before in a lot of murder mysteries. I am well familiar with this trope. So I'm gonna be really happy if I call it and it's right.
It's 59 degrees in here! No wonder I'm cold! Hey, Detective Bad, you mind if we turn it up a little?
Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work.
But I'm not a detective!
The same goes for attorneys, Eddie. We must never disturb the scene of the crime.
You know, except for all the times where we're taking evidence away from the crime scene. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. No. That's fine. That's fine. We don't mess with the crime scene at all as we're stealing evidence away in our briefcases and our organizers and putting our hands all over the crime scene. No. We never disturb the crime of the scene of the crime. I almost said the crime of the scene. Oh my
my god.
Get used to the cold. It's all part of your training. Chocolate needs to be kept between 59 and 65 degrees. There's no way around it. You know the temperatures by heart, huh? Guess it's your job. It's the very least I should know. Any real confectioner should be able to tell you that and more. Alright, what about lollipops and cream? If it is not too hot or too humid, a lollipop should be fine just about anywhere. Cream needs to be kept at around 50 degrees.
So it's just gonna get colder and colder the more we go.
Need to watch out for heat and humidity, huh? Duly noted.
Hey, Detective Bat kind of brightened up when he was talking about lollipops, didn't he?
I suppose he must be very fond of them.
Yep, that hasn't changed. That hasn't changed. That has not changed. I bet money on the missing pieces being red herrings. Possibly. Possibly. There haven't been a whole lot of red herrings. At least not in this one, so...
I don't believe there's any more to be found here.
Alright, but let's go ahead and, yeah, I think we're good here. Alright, so let's check out the fridge, since we're already over here.
A well-equipped kitchen, as one might expect. Sadly, it doesn't look like there's much to be found in the way of clues.
Nothing of interest in the fridge either. Nothing of interest in the fridge either. We checked.
Okay, so... nothing there. Let's go ahead and, oh, we already looked at these. Never mind. Let's take a look at the, other side, then.
This is a fine selection of nautical paraphernalia.
You think one of them could be the murder weapon?
No, they're all made out of chocolate. You'd have a hard time bludgeoning somebody to death with one of them.
Can't tell what's real in here.
They really do look genuine. I can hardly tell the difference myself. A true testament to Mr. Tangaroa's skills.
I don't know. I've seen a murder mystery where someone was killed with chocolate, but they were killed by suffocating in it, not being beaten over the head with it. That was a particularly gruesome one.
How's it looking over here, officer? Nothing of interest in that cupboard, or...
Yes, sir.
So, there is.
Oh, no, there isn't. Just a blowtorch used for cooking and some tableware, sir.
You're the man, Mr. Attorney. Nothing to add, am I right?
No.
So, you do have something to add.
No.
Can't get a straight answer out of anybody.
Perhaps you should ask a straight question.
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm sorry to tell you this, but there are very few people who are straight in this game. And yes, that does include your son. Anyway, let's check out the chocolate ship.
So, this is where the body was discovered.
Yeah. They took it away already. But everything else is just how we found it.
Willy Wonka was a hell... Willy Wonka was a hell of a show. That is not what I was talking about, but... that could easily have become a murder mystery. With all the clearly dangerous freaking situation those kids went through, Willy Wonka could have easily turned into a horror movie. Actually, that would be, that would make a pretty interesting, it would make for a pretty interesting horror movie. I don't know. I am not the one to write it. I am very bad with horror, so... interesting, though. Interesting thought. Alright. Let's check out the ship.
It's really rather impressive, making an entire ship out of chocolate.
That's Samson Tangaroa for you! Don't you just want to take a big bite out of it? Which part to bite first, though? That's the real head-scratcher, you know?
Bite any part of it, kid, and you'll be off this crime scene so fast your head will spin.
Hey, it was just a joke! Stop staring at me like that!
I do sometimes wish Eddie could keep his cool a little better.
Alright, so the ship's got nothing for us but dialogue. That's fine. Wonka cross saw. Yeah, it would be that kind of situation.
One of the stands for the ship is broken.
Interesting. The ship must have collapsed under the treasure chest and smashed it open. Wait. Do you think... Could that be how the victim died? Was he crushed by the ship?
If he was, this becomes an accidental death, and not a murder.
You too serious?
Don't worry, Detective. For the moment, we're simply discussing a possibility. I was being serious, though.
Oh yeah, do we actually know how the person died? Found dead inside Samson Tangaroa's chocolate work. Okay, so we don't know yet. We don't know yet. Okay. We've all been crushed by the ship. It's not that way. Oh, and which ship are you referring to, sir? Oh, hey. I didn't mean to do that. I still got things to look at over here. Like this... What is that, a button?
It appears the body was inside the treasure chest.
Yeah, woman by the name of Bound found it.
Samson, are you in here?
Seems she heard something breaking and came in to see what it was.
If only we had just a little more information. There's something else in here. It looks like a seal of some kind, with somebody's initials and an intricate shape carved into it.
Is it for making those fancy wax things on documents? Do you think it belonged to the victim?
No idea, but it's gotta get logged anyway, so I'll take that.
Seal added to the court record. A seal found near the body when it was discovered. What is that? Would it be PH? If a seal works backwards, then it would be PH, right? We don't know anybody by the initials of PH yet. So this will probably come into play later then.
Detective, can you tell us a little more about the state of the victim's body?
Let me see. Got a picture here someplace. You can see for yourselves. Death was from blunt force trauma.
So he could have been hit by the ship.
And what about the weapon? Has it been found yet?
You can ask the prosecutor in charge about that.
The detective's not one for sharing much, I see. Would you mind if we borrowed this?
No skin off my nose. It's not like it's official. Bound took it with an instant camera when she found the body.
Oh wow, she had good presence of mind to take a picture of it right after she discovered it. An instant camera? Like it's disposable or something?
No, it means that it develops the picture right there and then when you take them.
No way! Sounds pretty convenient. Yeah, it really is.
Now then, I'd better get my facts straight and take down some notes of my own. There's something in this picture that contradicts with the current crime scene. I'll need to call on my powers of deduction to figure out why.
Okay, we'll take a second look at that in a minute. There's still some more I want to check out here. Yeah, he says the exact same thing as his son. They're totally not reusing dialogue. That's just a very particular thing he picked up. Alright, let's see here. What does that say? Voyage of the Red Rover. I'm sure we're gonna get the full text here in a minute.
It's titled Voyage of the Red Rover. After sailing the 7 seas, the legendary ship happens upon a great treasure at last. This piece is a tribute to the adventurous spirit of our ancestors. Huh, who knew?
So they sailed 6 whole seas before they found anything. Not exactly the luckiest crew out there.
Sometimes you gotta take a bunch of wrong turns before you find the truth.
Is that a jab for all of us who are really bad at this game? I feel like that was a joke made at the player's expense there.
That's what being a real detective is all about.
Did they even have detectives back in those days?
Okay, that's all. We'll check that out in a bit. I'm still looking around here.
The Red Rover and the Crimson Tide.
Roll Tide!
It looks like this title is the inspiration for everything on display here in this room. The ship and the treasure chest, of course, but also all of the other nautical objects on display. It's certainly a suitably grand theme with which to showcase Mr. Tangaroa's talents.
Okay, so... Oh, hey! Gloves! That might be useful for, that might be useful.
Gloves. Tangaroa Tangaroa wore them when he was working on his masterpiece over there. They're conveniently good at hiding fingerprints, too.
I suppose it's possible to employ them in such a manner. But is it really all that suspicious to find a pair of gloves in a kitchen like this?
I'm a detective. Everything's suspicious. That's the job.
Yeah, well, that tracks. Oh, hey, and look, it's the tea set that I really, really want and need in my life.
There's some very tasteful tableware here, along with some kitchen utensils.
I don't know about tasteful, but I sure want it.
This tea set is of the same design as the one Miss Bounds served us with earlier.
You think Samson could have been drinking tea out of that?
The pot and the cup were dusted for prints. His were the only ones they found.
And was that the case for the utensils, too?
Everything else had been washed, so there weren't any prints to find.
And if Mr. Tangaroa was wearing gloves while he was working on his confectionaries, that could explain why prints were only found on the teapot and cup.
Okay, teapot added. Is there anything else to investigate? Alright, we've already investigated that. There's nothing in the fridge. Nothing over here. Nothing here. Alright, I think we can start piecing some logic together. Like father, like son, huh? Oh, come on. The silhouette actually looks kind of cool. There's something about the silhouette of a fedora like this. A proper fedora, not the one that jerkwads wear, but like a proper well-fitted old Hollywood style fedora that's just lovely. All right. So, sound of something breaking. Broken stand. I wonder if... Could this be it? Yeah? Hey! Bingo!
The stand broke, and the ship collapsed with it. And the loud sound it made brought Miss Bound running.
Yeah, said the ship had already keeled over by the time she got in here.
But why did the stand collapse? What caused it to break?
Hmm.
Maybe the whole thing was off balance from the get-go.
Could that really have been the case?
No, I don't think so. Blunt force trauma, why did it break? Could it be these two, maybe? Oh, nope. That's not gonna work. Oh, that was a bit of a long shot.
There's no connection there.
Oh, no! I might have been a little hasty. All right, let's, I think maybe we need to investigate some stuff here. All right, so what do we have? Attorney's badge. Polishing it every day has become another part of my daily routine. Aww.
He's proud of it.
Contest rules, frame finger marks, a seal, a teapot, and the crime scene notes. Oh, here we go. There's notes about the crime scene. The victim's body was found in Samson Tangaroa's room inside of a chocolate treasure chest. The cause of death appears to have been blood loss following blunt force trauma. And that's all we've got. All right, let's take another look at this. Hello, Boots. Welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in. Oh, hey. Hang on a second. Look here. Isn't this, like, cut out? That would have... I think that's it. Because, yeah, they cut off where his head was. So that's why there's no blood anywhere. I think this is it anyway. Let's see if I'm right.
Eureka!
Yeah, I think I got it. Also, yes, I 100% am of the belief that Miles got Eureka from his dad. I love that idea.
You said the only thing that had been removed from the scene is the body.
Yeah, that and the piece of cloth it was wrapped in.
Then something here doesn't quite add up.
It doesn't?
Take another look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing.
You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they'd remove the blood along with the body. Let me check with forensics.
What is it, Mr. E? What'd you figure out?
Compare the treasure chest in the photograph to the real thing. In the picture, the solid chocolate bottom continues underneath the deceased's head. And yet, that part of the chest is now gone.
Whoa! The part with the blood all over it!
Exactly. So, did the police remove it? Or perhaps the killer?
It wasn't forensics. They're saying nobody took anything like that away.
Interesting. So somebody deliberately removed the blood from the scene.
Could be.
Interesting. Okay. So now we might have something here. Let's try again. No new... Wait a minute. This might be a bit of a long shot. But if bits were missing from all of the pieces, then maybe they took the stand, and that's why it busted. Possible, maybe? Oh, there we go!
All of Mr. Tangaroa's creations are missing a little piece each, including one of the stands that was holding up the ship. Somebody really went all out.
Do you think it could have been the killer?
It's certainly a possibility. Either way, I think we can safely say the stand was damaged in our mystery person's tampering spree. And when it broke, the ship fell and smashed open the treasure chest, which would have remained closed otherwise.
Alright. So that means we've got one more bit, right? Will enforce trauma, but I got nothing to connect it to. Is there something else that I'm missing, maybe? Alright, yeah, nothing else to be found here. Unless... Hello, Lisa Dragon! Welcome, welcome! Thanks for tuning in! We are in the middle of an investigation. We are... not playing as Edgeworth this time. We are playing as Edgeworth's father, Gregory. In what is, sadly, his final case. So, it'll be interesting to see how this shakes up. Alright, let's see. Temperature set to 59 degrees, light color set to white. Okay, so, yeah, nothing there. Oh, wait, this seems kind of...
It looks like a fire alarm.
Yeah, and before you start prodding it, it's not made of chocolate. Push it and bells will start ringing. People will come running from the security room. Whole bunch of hassle. So don't. I know you want to, but don't.
Honestly, the thought hadn't even crossed my mind.
Typical attorney.
Does being an attorney have to do with anything?
Man, Bad does not like attorneys, does he? Okay, I think that is... Well, let's go ahead and check out the frame, just for completion's sake.
The picture is not made of chocolate. It's the cover of a book. The ultimate cookbook.
The ultimate cookbook. In other words, the grand prize.
Yes, framed in chocolate. Tangaroa showed it to all of us when he gathered us here to explain the rules.
Okay, so I think this is a... We checked that already. Okay, so... Nothing new here. Young Bad is reminding me a lot of Shilong Lang. Yeah, a little bit. He definitely has a healthy distrust of attorneys, doesn't he? Alright, how about you? Are you gonna give us anything?
What are you investigating, officer?
Sir, I was just taking the temperature of the water here.
What have you learned?
Oh, it's warm, sir. The stream in each room flows into the main fountain, and then water circulated back to the rooms.
Unusual, to say the least. I've never seen a house quite like this one.
Rich folks, they're all crazy.
Oh, that... I guess I had to be, like, super duper thorough, huh? They won't let me leave anything uninvestigated, which, I mean, I appreciate because I know I can miss stuff. I just realized I saw some 100 Girlfriend sketches, and I gotta say, they look pretty beautiful without the coloring. Oh, nice! Well, if you're able to, you can post them in the Discord server. I'd love to see them. Or post a link to them in the Discord server. I'd love to check it out. And hello, Senior Crouch! Welcome, welcome! Thank you so much for tuning in! We are playing Ace Attorney Investigations, and we are investigating not as Miles Edgeworth, but as his dad, Gregory Edgeworth, who is a lot more straight-laced than his son, and believe me, that's saying something, knowing Edgeworth.
I think we're about done here for now.
Okay, crime scene notes updated.
Well, if I wasn't convinced before, I am now. Tangaroa did it. No two ways about it.
What do you mean?
All the rooms in this place lock from the inside. The only way to unlock them from the outside is with this key.
I see. And who had access to that key?
Who do you think? Tangaroa. And it's the only one. There aren't any copies.
Okay, mansion key has been added. The one and only key that unlocks every door in the mansion. Tangaroa was in possession of it the entire time. That is pretty damning evidence, but that's not to say that there's not a key. There's not a key to this room specifically, so that doesn't quite... I don't think that's the flex you think it is, sir.
With the mansion key, Tangaroa could slip into anybody else's room anytime he liked. And he could even lock his own room from the outside if he wanted.
But Mr. Tangaroa's room wasn't locked, was it?
Nope. Which is exactly what makes him a suspect.
Would you care to explain your thinking?
Oh, here comes the face-off! Why I think Tangaroa did it. All right, detective, what you got?
If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tangaroa would have been the obvious suspect. Which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. And why he smashed in the lid of the treasure chest, so the body was on full display. Everyone was supposed to gather in his room when the judging finished up. So he made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there.
Okay, alright, I see what you're saying. I posted that link to the Discord. Awesome! Thank you, Tyrant! And hello, Luigi! Welcome, welcome! Thank you so much for tuning in! We are doing Ace Attorney Investigations, but we're not playing as Miles, we're playing as his dad.
The one thing he didn't plan on was Bound finding the body. Anyway, that's my thinking on this whole thing. Good enough for you, Mr. Attorney?
Do you also believe it was Mr. Tangaroa who damaged the other pieces in this room?
Yup. I know you have to believe your client. That's your job. But I'm a detective, and I serve the law.
You're saying we don't?
And no matter how squeaky clean somebody might seem, a suspect is still a suspect.
I fully understand your reasoning, Detective. Now, would you mind if I applied a little critical thinking of my own?
Do your worst.
Just as a detective won't compromise his devotion to the law, I won't compromise my beliefs either. And I'm not about to just accept his version of events. In fact, I'm going to show him the piece of evidence that highlights the contradiction in his claims.
Yeah, you see what I mean about him being like a lot more straight-laced than Miles? Okay, but I think let me see here. If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tangaroa would have been okay. But wait, no. Not yet. That's why he deliberately didn't lock his room. And why he smashed in the lid of the Hey, hang on a second. I don't think he did not smash it. The ship smashed it, right? Is that good enough to be an objection? Well, guess we're about to find out. Objection!
Objection!
Aw, come on, Daddy Edgeworth, that was weak. Come on, that was a weak-ass objection. Freaking Eddie has a stronger objection than you, sir. Come on. Boo! Do not approve.
We've established that the body was hidden inside the chest, and that Miss Bound only came running into this room when she heard a sound.
Like, honestly, I'm really annoyed at that weak-ass objection. I may do my own objection next time. Not like my jokey one either, like a proper one.
It seems reasonable to infer that the sound was that of the chocolate boat collapsing.
Sure, seems likely, based on the evidence.
And yet you assert that it was Mr. Tangaroa who had smashed the lid of the chest. I believe this photo makes it clear that it was the ship that did the smashing.
Nothing but ellipses?
And if that had occurred only moments before Miss Bound had entered the room, then it couldn't have been broken by Mr. Tangaroa, who was out judging the contest at that time.
But there's the powerful point, though. The powerful point is good.
Hold it! I never said you did it then and there. He could have done something in the stand so it would collapse when he was in the middle of judging.
Objection!
Objection!
There we go. See, Daddy? That's how you do it. That's how you do it, sir.
Have you any way of proving that assertion?
Assertion, excuse me.
Nope. But the investigation isn't over yet. There's still time.
So, he doesn't have anything conclusive. Have you found any prints in this room besides those of Mr. Tangaroa?
Yep, on the door. But we found Tangaroa's and Frost's prints on there too. We were all brought in here for a briefing, right before we started work on our creation. Those prints are probably from then.
I take it you haven't checked any of Mr. Tangaroa's works for prints yet?
Why would...
We know that somebody tampered with them. Therefore, it's possible they left some prints behind when they did so.
I mean, fair points.
Fine. But if we don't find anything, your guy's still top of my list. Got it?
Ugh, I forgot how much Bad's voice is rough on my own voice.
You! Check all this chocolate stuff for prints! Now!
Yes, sir! Right away! I don't know why I make all the cops sound doofy, but I do.
Detective Bad! We finished dusting the chocolate and we found prints that don't belong to Mr. Tangaroa, sir!
Go on. Whose?
Delicia Scone, sir! She's one of the contestants!
Good work. You can go back to whatever you were investigating before.
Yes, sir! So, it seems we have a suspect besides Mr. Tangaroa.
Even without your lawyerly input, I wasn't about to wrap up the investigation anyway. I'll go speak to Miss Scone and see what she has to say for herself.
Delicia Scone. Mr. Gusto mentioned her, too. He said that she was ruthless, that she would do anything to win.
This Scone lady sounds like a pretty suspicious character, huh, Mr. E?
Oh my god, I just realized something. Mr. E. Mystery. This was the exact same joke from Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. There was a character named Mr. E there, too. I don't know if they meant for it to do that. I don't know if they meant for that to be a thing. I wouldn't put it past this game, but that's just really funny to me.
Yes, I think we'd better try to speak with her ourselves as well. Detective Bad, Would you mind if we accompanied you?
Babysitting you is not part of my job.
Aw, come on!
But I guess you did pick up a couple of useful clues already. So if you want to tag along, be my guest.
Thank you, Detective. You're too kind.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Ain't that a thing in Japan? Street A, Store B, Mr. E. Okay, so I think what you're thinking of is bit roles for characters. And yes, we do have student A, student B, student C, that sort of thing. Yes, that is the thing. But I just thought it was kind of funny that his name is Edgeworth and Eddie's nickname, Mr. E, also sounds like mystery, so that does seem like something an Ace Attorney game would do. Yeah, see? Exactly. And again, I don't know if that was intentional or not.
But Detective Bad, sir! I don't think that's such a good idea. The lead prosecutor is still busy in there.
It'll be fine. Me and him don't exactly see eye to eye anyhow.
Gee, I wonder who this could be. Get the Starscream voice ready.
Who is this him? Who did they assign the case to?
Manfred von Karma.
Yeah, there he is.
What? They gave it to Von Karma? He hasn't lost a case in 25 years!
Manfred von Karma. A living legend over at the prosecutor's office.
Not for long! Well, I mean, it is gonna be long. It's gonna be like 18 years before he gets his comeuppance, but, you know, details.
We've never faced one another in the courtroom, but I've heard plenty of stories.
Oh! I did not know that this was their first meeting. Okay, I thought that he and Von Karma like butted heads often. I didn't know that this was their first round. Wow, their first round, and Edgeworth embarrassed them. Damn, that just shows how goddamn petty Von Karma is, right? Seriously, screw this dude. Oh, I'm absolutely getting the Starscream voice ready. Better let my husband know to get some tea ready for the end of this stream, because my voice is gonna be shot.
They say he'll do anything to ensure a guilty verdict. But I can't let that distract me. For now, I need only continue to do what I believe is right.
To be continued. Ooh, intrigue. If both of them are undefeated, they can only have met once. So I don't know. Was it ever mentioned that Gregory Edgeworth was undefeated as well? I don't recall that being mentioned at all. I mean, I assume that he rarely lost cases, but I don't know if it specifically said he was undefeated or not. Anyway, let's go ahead and save our game, and we're gonna keep going, because I am very interested in this, and we can't stop this. We can't stop today's stream without at least all of us yelling at Von Karma at least once, right? We can't stop this. We can't stop the stream before he shows up, right? All right. I may have my husband bring me some more water, but let's keep going. Investigating Miss Scone's room. We also haven't met the mysterious Miss Scone. So, let's jump right in. All right, December 24th, 7:30 p.m. Contest venue, Scone's room. Wait, are you telling me, is this the fearsome Miss Scone right here? Please tell me that that's Miss Scone. Please tell me that it's this completely harmless-looking lady. That would be very funny.
Whoa! A candy castle! And look! There are even some little elves to go with it!
That's an impressive castle, to be fair.
Rooms laid out pretty much the same as Tangarora's.
Yes, so this is a flashback. Hello, Zach! First of all, welcome. Good to see you. So yes, to explain, for those of you who are popping in late, this is a... Thank you, honey, I love you. My husband is probably more water. This is a flashback. This is a flashback to 18 years ago when Gregory Edgeworth was investigating the IS-7 incident, which was the case that ultimately led to his death as he was pitted up against Von Karma, and we all know what Von Karma did to Gregory. So we are joining him in his final investigation, where Eddie was his assistant. And we're also joined by Detective Bad, who is being difficult as usual, but it's good to see him again.
It's not as cold, though. That's something. Let's see. Yeah, looks like there's a temperature control panel in here, too. Over there where that orange light is, right?
We had better take a closer look at it when we can. It's like a fairy tale storybook in here. And this whipped cream covered construction must be the work of Miss Delicia Scone.
Hey, where is Miss Scone?
Oh, please tell me please tell me, is this... Okay, who's the halfling? She does kind of look like a halfling. You're not wrong. Oh my god! She is absolutely a halfling! Okay. No. I have a halfling character in a D&D campaign I'm running right now. Well, not running, but I'm in a D&D campaign right now where I'm playing a halfling. I'm playing the halfling Lila Littleluck. She's getting Lila's voice. So now you guys get to suffer with what my D&D party puts up with every other Friday. Get ready for it. Get ready for one of the worst accents I've ever put on.
Oh, just look at you, lovely boys! Delicia Scone at your service. Some cheeky blighters back in Blight to even call me Miss Delicious.
Oh my god, cheeky blighters. I picked the perfect voice. What the hell? Oh, okay.
Called a lovely boy at 34? Unexpected to say the least.
And boy, there is no way you're 34. There is no way you're 34. You've got way too many wrinkles for 34.
Lovely boys? Really? Even Mr. E?
Oh, yes, dear. You, the detective over there, you're all lovely boys to me.
I'm nobody's lovely boy, lady. Name's Bad.
Lila may start calling people lovely boy in the D&D campaign now. Also, yeah, Fender's little notebook is really cute, but if you'll see why I take issue with it hopefully later.
I wonder just how old she is.
Don't ask a lady her age, sir.
Finish this up so we can get out of here, Mr. Attorney.
Yes, all right.
What? Oh, here we go. That scary objection made me jump. That scary objection can only mean one thing. That is a voice I have not heard in a long time. To be fair, anime thinks you're over the hill by 20, so you'd be positively shriveled by 34. Okay, first off, I'm 38! So how dare you say that to me? Oh my god! I'm older than Gregory Edgeworth? What? No! I can feel the wrinkles forming as I speak! Ah! No! Oh my god, I really am an old woman. God damn it. All right. That deep objection is hilarious considering what voice he's about to get. Oh, yeah. If y'all weren't here for my original Ace Attorney streams, oh, you're about to get a treat. You're about to get a treat. All right. It's been a while since I had to do this voice, so, give me a moment. Okay. What's the meaning of this? Chit-chatting with the defense? Oh my god, why was he in the castle? That was a hell of an entrance, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, some scary guy just stepped out of the castle!
Von Karma.
What? He's Manfred Von Karma?
Sorry, mannequins!
Mannykins? I hate that as a name. I hate that as a name. He does not deserve a nickname, ma'am.
The notorious prosecutor Von Karma himself. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Von Karma. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law.
Here we go.
I couldn't care less what your name is. Your job is to lose to me and disappear, never to show your sniveling face again.
What a thoroughly rude individual.
Why does he sound like Toguro? I don't know. This is just the voice I gave him.
Those piercing eyes, that furrowed brow. You're even scarier than they say.
And you might want to keep such rude thoughts to yourself, Eddie. We were hoping you might permit us to carry out some brief inquiries, Mr. Von Karma.
And why would I wish to extend you any such courtesy?
This clearly isn't going to be easy.
So long as your inquiries are limited to this room, I suppose I'll allow it.
Why the sudden change of heart?
You, the tall fellow!
Name's bad. Is that so hard to remember?
I didn't ask for your opinion. The thoughts of a lowly detective do not concern me. But I do admire your spirit. Bad. See to it that these worms don't step out of line.
Why do I have to?
I am not offering you a choice, detective. I need to go and look over Gusto's room. Good day.
And off he goes.
Great. More babysitting. Why aren't Detective Bad and Mr. Von Karma investigating together? They don't seem to know each other well enough for there to be bad blood between them.
Because Von Karma's an asshole, that's why.
Well, looks like we have permission to investigate. Guess we better get to it.
Indeed. I'm not sure I trust Mr. Von Karma's motives, but at least we can do that much. Hold up. I haven't been over this room yet either. You're not messing it up before I get my chance. You'll have to wait till I'm done.
Huh? But I thought you were the lead detective. How come you didn't take a look at this room yet?
because I wasn't the first one they assigned. One of Von Karma's pets was on the job before me.
One of his pets, huh?
Right up until just now, in fact. I got here not long before you did.
That answers my question as to why they're working separately, I suppose. What say we look over the room together, Detective? It worked out well enough before. Then you won't have to worry about us messing things up. You can keep an eye on us as we go.
What kind of screwball attorney asks to have a detective breathing down his neck? Guess I'm stuck with you for a little while longer.
Yeah! You're amazing, Mr. E!
You have our thanks, Detective Bad.
Don't be too grateful. This is my scene. The second you get in my way, you're out of here.
Of course, we understand. Now, shall we begin?
All right, on to the next. Contest venue Scone's room. Well, the first thing we're gonna do is talk to Miss Scone here because the world needs to know. More of the lovely voice of Lila Littleluck.
What's the matter, Miss Scone? You seem a whole lot less cheerful than you were a minute ago.
Is it Mr. Von Karma? Did something happen between you two?
Why, yes! Nothing happened at all!
Huh? But you just said yes.
That was a hello, yes, you silly boy! And she's just the sweetest of the sugar dumpling. Remind me, what was her name again?
Oh, Eddie.
Oh, Eddie Lumpkin! Oh, you'll go far, dearie, I can just tell.
Eddie Lumpkin?
It seems our English gentlewoman is taking a liking to you, Eddie. No small accomplishment.
She's not exactly what I picture when I think of a gentlewoman, Mr. E.
Never mind that now. We should ask her a few questions while we can.
Okay. This is the ruthless woman. I love it. I love it. It's so good. During the contest, let's go.
Could you tell us about what you did over the course of the contest?
Of course, dearie. Let's see. It all started about 10 in the morning. That's when we set to work. And, well, I spent most of the time here in my room getting everything ready, as you'd expect. Oh, and then there was a lovely afternoon tea for an hour or so from, about 1, I think.
Afternoon tea?
It's an English tradition. A chance to drink tea, enjoy a snack, and make small talk.
So kinda like recess?
I suppose you could say that.
He seems the type to enjoy tea. Did Miles get his love of tea from his dad too? How much did Miles actually get from his dad? I'm really curious. Oh, you know your onions, don't you, Greggy Pegleg? Such a clever boy. That nickname is absolutely not gonna stick.
When did I become Greggy? And where was this afternoon tea served?
Out in the garden, of course. There's a lovely little one just outside. They do it at the same hour every break time during the contest. Lay out a nice little spread, you know. Another Ace Attorney character with a Scottish accent. Oh, no! I forgot that I gave Lana a Scottish accent, too! Oh, no! Oh, well, it was only a matter of time before I start reusing accents. Luckily, I don't think Lana's gonna make an appearance here, so I think we should be fine, right? But today, only me, Samson Silly Pants, and Moody Judy were there for it. Sammy Pooper had already finished his big creation, so he was there the whole time. But poor old Chili Wings and Ghosty Pants had to miss out because they hadn't finished yet. Oh, bless them.
You're saying everyone except Mr. Frost and Mr. Gusto were present?
That's right, dear. To tell you the truth, I hadn't finished it either. But I wasn't about to miss out on tea and cake served by 2 TV superstars. I went right back to work when I finished, though. Hooked off while the others were still nattering away.
Is it weird that I can actually follow what she's saying? I understand enough British lingo to understand what the heck she's on about.
And at any point during the contest, did you visit any of the other competitors' rooms?
No, dear. Don't be silly. She's lying.
That's strange. Because your fingerprints were found in Mr. Tangaroa's room.
Also, look at her hair. I like that her hair is pastry swirls. Look at that.
Wait. So you admit you were there?
Oh, I can hardly deny it now, can I? But I didn't kill anyone, I swear! I suppose I'd better tell you what really happened. You just promise you'll believe me, won't you, dear?
Alright, what really happened, ma'am?
What exactly were you doing in Mr. Tangaroa's room?
Well, I was... I suppose you'd call it... research?
Research?
Sammy Poople's a dab hand when it comes to the old sweet making. Everybody knows that. So when I noticed there was no one in there, I just popped in for a quick bit of research. Like I said.
What kind of research, ma'am? Yeah, thanks, Bad. Thanks, Bad.
What kind of research leaves fingerprints?
Yeah, that... But it stands to reason I'd leave fingerprints, don't it? After all, it's hardly research if you don't have a little nibble now, is it?
That's where all the little bits went. She was eating them. She really is a halfling.
What? You ate little pieces of them? So, the traces of tampering in Mr. Tangaroa's room. That was all you?
I'm ever so sorry, sweetest. But I mean to make a mess. I had to take a little bite here and there, didn't I?
Yeah. This woman is 100% a halfling. Halfling confirmed.
I didn't want poor Sammy Poople getting upset, so it was just the teeniest bits and pieces.
And the stand holding up the ship? You took a bite out of that too, I suppose?
Oh yes, dearie. Of course I did.
It was you! You brought the whole thing crashing down!
I'm sorry, my lovely. Truly I am.
Oh my god. Guys, I think this might actually be my D&D character. I think this might actually be Lila Little Luck, because she also is very good at causing trouble with her food. This is absolutely something that Lila would do. Is this D&D chat? It might be. Hello, Trickster. Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Why are my eyes not working? There we go. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, we are investigating, as we do on Gay Lawyer Sundays, but we're investigating as Gregory Edgeworth. And right now we are talking to a confectionery gal who is pretty much just my D&D character from the campaign I'm in right now. So this is actually kind of hilarious. A flustered chef accused of something? Where have I seen this before? Yeah. But this is much more tolerable than the horrible stereotype that is Armstrong. Also, hello, Havoc. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I love your English voice. This is one of the worst English voices that I've ever come up with. But thank you. It's what my D&D party has to put up with every other Friday. Me talking like this for my character Lila. I just came in to talk to T on the new 100 Girlfriends episode. If I knew you had D&D chat, I'd have joined much faster. Oh, dude.
I can talk D&D. I can talk D&D, but we'll save that for the Discord. We'll save that for in fact, I'm probably gonna make a separate channel for D&D stuff so that I can show you guys the glory that is my halfling rogue Lila Littleluck. I'm quite proud of her. Also, yes, New 100 Girlfriend is now available. Go check it out after my stream.
Hold on. Is that why you left the afternoon tea early? You were heading off for a second helping of sweets. Look, just believe me, please. I never killed anybody. I promise.
Her actions were certainly suspicious. But that's about all we can say for now.
Oh, was that all I get? No. Yes, I can do a decent English accent. I can do a pretty good one. But this accent for Lila is purely for fun. It's purely for fun. All right, let's see what we got here.
These must be the various tools Miss Scone used to build her castle. Buckets filled with cream, trowels, and a brush. Is she a patissier or a plasterer?
Oh, don't you go making jokes at my expense, you cheeky young devil! Oh, don't you slap some stuff on the walls like a silly old plasterer! I have to spread the cream out lovely and smooth, then work out all the rough patches.
That's literally exactly what a plasterer does.
Beautiful. Skinglish, is that what we're calling it now?
The 4 adorable elves and the sweetest little castle made of sweets. So, that's the theme behind Miss Scone's creations,
Unluckily for her, things aren't quite as sweet around here as she's trying to make out.
Yeah, no, they're not. All right, let's check over here. Anything? Did you see what was in the corner of the room? Did I miss something? Did I miss something? Oh, hold on. I accidentally pressed the button. Wait.
There's a blowtorch and some chemicals here. I guess it's all for cooking with. I wonder what these chemicals are. Let's take a look at the labels.
Oh, wow. What are these names?
Mango Down 911? Homocyanide 24/7?
Wait, they're all poisons?
No, sir. They're common colorings and flavorings used in candies and desserts. The first is concentrated mango, boiled down to its purest essence. Hence, Mango Down.
They're asking for trouble with a name like that.
Now I'm curious as to what homocyanide might be.
That is oh, wow. That guy got down. This dude got down fast. And yeah, no, these are absolutely poison names. Homocyanide is pretty strong, though. That's pretty strong. All right, was there something in the corner that I missed? Did I miss something here? Oh, God. It's a ladder. Oh, no.
What's the matter? Something weird about the ladder?
It's not a ladder, Detective Bad. It's a step ladder.
Oh, God! Okay! Oh, it's this joke again. It's this running gag again. Even 18 years in the past, you can't escape it.
Same difference.
Far from it, actually. You'd know if you observed their basic natures more closely.
Whoa! Amazing, Mr. E! I'll have to remember this for future reference.
Oh, the ladder step ladder debate continues. I may actually call a homebrew poison homocyanide for my D&D party. Yeah, that's good. That's pretty strong. Also, someone's a pedantic. Hey, listen. This has been a hotly contested issue in the entirety of Ace Attorney. The ladder versus step ladder debate rages to this day, okay?
I'm so happy that they kept that joke. I'm so happy that this is a thing.
It's an incredible piece of work. Hard to believe this whole castle is made out of sugar and cream.
I know, right? It's like we're inside a magical medieval story or something.
Yeah, that's what D&D is.
I didn't know you were into such fantastical things.
Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get so carried away there.
Oh, no need to apologize. I admire your enthusiasm. I sometimes wish my own son was as animated as you.
Oh no! Baby Miles! Baby Miles mentioned! Oh no! And right as I say that, I get hit with the duck apocalypse. Thank you for the ducks! Thank you!
You have a son, Mr. E?
Yeah, no, not again! I'm trying to talk about Baby Miles, damn it! Give me a minute!
I do. He's still in elementary school. And yet, he'd rather read a statute book than a fairy tale. I can't help but worry that his interest will make it hard for him to make friends.
Aw, don't say that. He sounds super interesting. He'll make a ton of friends. Me included, I'm sure.
I'd like to think that you'd be more of a big brother to him than a friend, Eddie.
Big brother, huh? Guess I've got some growing up to do. Better take this more seriously.
Indeed. Then with that in mind, shall we continue our investigation?
No! No! Okay! Okay! Wait a minute! Wait a minute! No! So he wanted Eddie and Miles to be friends! He wanted them to be friends! And he was worried that he wasn't gonna have any friends, and he didn't know that he had met Venus' fate of life already!
Stop with the ducks!
I'm freaking out here! My heart! My heart! I can't take it! I can't take it! Oh, I'm still imagining what could have been. What could have been was so pretty. What could have been would have been lovely. I'm having a cardiac meltdown. Yeah. Sorry. I get very emotional about Edgeworth and the happy life he could have had. Well, that's why fanfics exist, I guess. Anyway, you should duck more. Right. Yeah. Duck jokes. Aren't you cute? Anyway. And thank you for the plushie, Zelda NPC. I didn't see who that was. It would have been really funny if that was actually Edgeworth. Alright. Inspect anything and everything. Let's do it.
The doors of the castle have been left wide open.
Yeah! Was the guy born in a barn? He could have at least closed them behind him.
I'd like to see you say that to Mr. Von Karma's face, Eddie.
Wait, there's a bunch of stuff inside. Let's see.
Hold it, kid. If anyone's gonna be handling evidence, it'll be me.
Cream's gone all runny.
I like to think that he just dragged his finger across the entire entryway and just stuck it in his mouth.
It's all over the detective's shoes.
Ew!
Why are all of these items being stored inside a candy castle?
Alright, tell me what you want to look at first.
Let's start with the tarps. I still think my take on stepladders is correct. What was the take again? You can just step up to the highest level of a step ladder. Oh! A step ladder only comes up to your waist. It's a full ladder when it reaches past the majority of people. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's a fair distinction. That's a fair distinction. I think Maya would still disagree with you there, but that's a debate to be had for another time.
A bunch of blue cloth back there. 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls altogether.
Well, they certainly aren't made of candy.
Nope. No idea what this stuff is for. Almost looks like somebody hid it in here.
And I think I've seen fabric of the same color somewhere else before.
Have we seen that same color? Let's check these out.
2 big rock crystals. Looks like somebody was using the castle for storage.
Kind of expected something a little more exciting behind those doors. Oh, I know! Maybe they're giant, uncut gemstones! And maybe this whole thing is based on a story about a castle with a priceless treasure hidden inside!
I think I treat my priceless treasures with a little more care. There's something on the bottom of them.
It looks like a little stand or something.
Okay, rock crystal stands. For some reason, there are stands mounted on the bottom of the rock candy crystals. Oh! I think I know where these go, actually.
I was right! They are gemstones! The stands must be so they can be put on display!
Well, whatever they are, it seems they're not just a large set of paperweights.
I think they go here.
These pillars. They have hexagonal indentations.
Looks like something's supposed to go in there.
We just found the thing that goes in there, guys!
Well, whatever they were, they're long gone.
Hexagonal indentations? I wonder.
Yes, you are wondering the correct thing, Eddie. You are on the right track here.
Castle's covered in whipped cream, so maybe a giant strawberry?
A giant strawberry with a hexagonal bottom?
Hey look, I like strawberries, okay? Can't blame a guy for wishing.
Well, I prefer bananas myself.
Blueberries for me.
Don't get caught up in this goofiness, Gregory. Come on. So the fact that he likes blueberries, interesting. Okay, I think that's everything, except I think I know what the dealio is. Ba-boom!
The rock crystal stands and the pillars in front of the castle feature the same hexagonal shape.
Thank you for the plushie!
I believe the crystals are meant to be placed on top of the pillars.
Oh yeah! Hexagon to hexagon! Makes perfect sense!
But if that's the case, then why were they being hidden inside the castle? The rolls of blue cloth and the rock crystals inside the castle. I imagine both must belong to Miss Scone. Miss Scone? What were you using the items inside the castle for?
Oh! Those? Sorry, Lumpkins. Not allowed to say.
Let me guess. Von Karma.
How did you know? Please don't ask me to tell you. Helen Nichols forgot to say well.
It seems the prosecution really has no intention of sharing anything with the defense.
Man, thought we were onto something with those giant rock crystals, but... Oh, what's up, Daddy? You interested in my little trinkets? Your trinkets? Yes, my sweet. I use them to make my people all lovely and relaxed.
Are they laced with drugs or something? You need to do a D&D character with a Scots voice. I am! This is actually the voice I'm using for my D&D character right now. I have a halfling rogue named Lila Littleluck, and this is how she talks. So I'm just using Lila's voice for Delicia here.
You use rock crystals and cloths to do that?
I do! Oh, it's wonderful! You should see it! And I notice any other crystals either. They're great big lumps of salt with lights in them.
Wow, those things are lamps?
Oh, that's not even the half of it! Those cloths hold an even more exciting secret.
She really opened up the moment we started talking about her trinkets.
Since you're here, why don't I give you lovely boys a taste of my relaxation magic, hmm? Oh, Bandy Pumpkin! Can you get the donut and set up for me?
The name is bad.
Is that a no? Are you being so selfish, Bandy Pumpkin?
You! Have you finished taking photos of this room yet?
Yes, sir. We have, sir.
And help Miss Scone here with something, will you?
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Oh, you're a sweetheart, huh? That's a Bandy Bee.
That's amazing, Miss Scone. You got him to do exactly what you wanted. That's some talent. Okay, so let's see what the relaxation magic is.
Oh, thank you ever so much, Bodykins. And you, Officer Lovely.
She's even given nicknames to the forensic guys now.
I guess it's her way of showing that she cares.
So, what about this is supposed to be relaxing exactly?
Oh, don't be a big sourpuss, Bandy Bee. The fun's only just beginning. Officer Lovely, you can switch it on now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, it's RGB! Yes! RGB always makes me relaxed.
Huh.
Wow! It's beautiful!
It is. I wish my son were here to see this.
Ah! Every time he mentions Baby Miles, I'm gonna freak out. It's so sweet. Such a sweet dad. Good dad.
Isn't it though? Isn't it just wonderful? The four adorable elves and their sweet little castle made of sweets. That's my theme, you see. And I thought it would be extra lovely if it was all lit up. Isn't it the nicest thing you'd ever seen?
Well, one of the elves must be feeling a bit left out.
Oh, interesting. That one's not lit up.
This is how it was supposed to look for the contest. But I'm glad you lovely boys got to see it at least.
Wait, shouldn't the lamps be lit up too?
Oh, what's happened there, I wonder?
I think we'd better take a look at the lamps and the elves one more time.
I was gonna say Moonlight Sonata on repeat with a few glasses of wine. Hey, that's not bad. I prefer a glass of wine and a bubble bath and lo-fi music myself, but, you know, to each their own. Alright, yeah, this guy's missing something.
This elf doesn't have an illuminated cloth over it like the others.
Hey, it's not fair to leave the poor guy out, Miss Scone!
Well, I didn't want to, did I, dearie? But one of my cloths and one of my little machines went missing.
A cloth and what sort of machine exactly?
Oh, you'll never guess how it all works. Those luminous cloths are connected to these little thingamajigs. They're called, full spectrum light emitting devices. They send light down the main cable and to each of the optical fiber strands. That's what makes the cloth glow. With a little bit of filling, you can change the light to any color in the whole wide world. Bright red like ferocious fiery flames. Cold blue like clinking crystals of ice. They have these special batteries that last for donkey's years, and they don't mind the cold at all.
Forgive me. So these machines, they
They're what make the special luminous cloth light up in all these beautiful colors, Mr. E.
I see. So much new technology, I can barely keep up.
Is this new technology? Like, LED lights have been around for a while, sir.
So these light-emitting devices, you lost one of them in a piece of luminous cloth?
That's right, Lambkin. Heaven only knows what they could have got to.
This cloth, it could have something to do with this case.
A special color-changing cloth belonging to Scone. She's lost a roll of it, along with the device that powers it. 18 years ago, not as much. Okay, well, 18 years ago, this probably would have been pretty sick technology. Interesting. Alright, what else?
There's a small door on the wall here, just like in Mr. Tangaroa's room. Here, I'll open it.
Temperature 68 degrees, light set to green.
Dungusto Stay cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees. Temperature in here is too high.
So is that why the whipped cream is runny? Is because the temperature's too high?
That is odd. I wonder why.
Okay, I think I know. I think I got a connection I can make here. Runny cream and a high temperature. This has got to be it. Ba-boom!
The whipped cream in this room is collapsing because the temperature is too high. It's 68 degrees. My messed up shoes can vouch for that. And yet, when you opened the door to the castle, the handles themselves were just fine. Yeah, they were sturdier than expected. Sturdy? That's not the way I would describe most things made of confectionaries. I think we better take another look at those handles, don't you? What the? I think it's safe to say that those handles aren't made of candy.
That's against the rules! LED lighting became commercially viable in the 1960s with the development of the first visible space spread in 1962, gained widespread popularity in the 2000s with advancement in efficiency and cost. Okay, so if we assume that this game does take place in modern times, which I think this game came out in the 2010s, so 18 years ago from the 2010s, then yeah, it would have been very new technology. Thank you for the clarification on that, Trickster.
It's not just the handles. The whole castle, the little elves, they're all just plastic models with whipped cream smeared on top.
Oh, she's super breaking the rules. What? So none of this is confectionery art after all?
No, it's simply made to look like candy, with the cream having been added to lend it all an air of authenticity.
Ooh, hang on. I might be wrong on this, but I think it was more than just I think it was more than just research. I think she's trying to sabotage it because she knows that her stuff is BS. Am I right? No! I was wrong! I might have jumped ahead a little bit. All right. Lila is a cheat. No! Not my Lila! My Lila would never cheat! She's a horrible liar! She wouldn't know how! All right, let's check this out again. Oh, hey! Hang on a minute!
The lamps appear to be broken. Bulbs are smashed. Both of them.
Maybe they fell and broke on the floor. Look, there's a red stain on the one on the left.
That's not just a stain. Wait, that's not just a stain. That's... Yep, it's blood, all right. I can smell it.
Ooh! What? Blood?
Why is there blood on this lamp? Could it have something to do with why its bulb was broken? We had better take a closer look at the other one, too.
Look at it. Check it out. Check it out.
So Miss Scone had actually intended to use these lamps in her display. Then why were they stashed inside the castle?
Maybe because they're broken?
Except, there's plenty of other places she could have put them.
The best place to hide some salt is in some sugar. Isn't that how it goes?
Or perhaps the best place to hide a tree is in a forest. Anyway, if her intention was to put these salt lamps in her final display, that contradicts a certain piece of evidence in my possession. I'll need to point it out by making a deduction.
It would be against the rules because everything that the lights are against the rules, right? That's got to be it.
Eureka!
Take a look at the list of rules for the contest, Detective. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. That means that the salt lamps and the luminous cloths would both have been against the rules.
Aha! Is that why they were stashed away inside the castle?
I think we need to dig a little further into this with Miss Scone before we can say for sure.
Alright, so we've checked that. Let's take a closer look at these.
My shoes are already covered in cream. I wouldn't go any closer, unless you want the same thing to happen to you. We've seen what's behind those doors. There's really no need to look again.
Okay, what about the light?
The doors look nicely decorated now, thanks to the beautiful cloth around it. A cloth which we found inside the castle. A welcoming doorway makes a welcoming home. That's just common sense for us detectives.
Is it though?
Says the man who just trampled all over the castle's entranceway. But I'll hold my tongue for now.
Yeah, probably best. Alright, it doesn't look like there's anything else. But I think I know. I think I know a thing. Blood force trauma, a bloody lamp, that's gotta be a connection there. Hey! Nailed it!
We know that the victim was struck and killed with something blunt. And we found blood on one of the lamps, which has a smashed bulb inside. Could the lamp not have been the murder weapon?
For sure! It could definitely do enough damage to kill somebody. I mean, yeah, those rock salt lamps are pretty dang heavy.
Hey you, science guy! Did you finish analyzing the blood from the lamp yet?
He was crouched down in front of the oven this whole time. Of course he hasn't. Oh, never mind, he has.
Yes, sir. Just got done a minute ago, sir. The blood is the victim's, no doubt about it.
There you have it.
Alright, salt lamp. Bingo.
So the murder weapon was hidden in Miss Scone's room. I'm beginning to think we may need to add her to our list of suspects.
Alright, so it's gotta be fake confections and the rule breaking this time. Young Eddie barely looks like the washed-up has-been he's been in the present. Yeah, he looks like some of the losers I went to high school with.
So not only did she use decorations that were against the rules, she didn't even make any real sweets. Miss Scone made a mockery of the rules. Yeah, guess she's not gonna get crowned world's greatest now.
And why is it so warm in here? You think it's got something to do with all of this?
Miss Scone's got some explaining to do.
That's a good question. I think we'd better go ask Miss Scone herself.
All right, ma'am. What are you really up to here?
Miss Scone, why is the temperature of your room set to 68 degrees?
Because I hate the cold, don't I, Daddy? And besides, being chill is no good for a girl. If I want to keep my fish face complexion, I've got to be careful about these things. We ladies have to stay young, don't you know?
How old is she really, though? That's what I'd like to know.
It's not polite to speculate on a person's age, Eddie.
But most of your work is made out of whipped cream. And whipped cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees, or it starts to deflate.
Is that so, dearie? Oh, silly me, I've only gone and made a whoopsie.
Wait, she really didn't know that?
She doesn't know the very bare basics.
World-class confectioner, my foot.
Not only did she break the rules by using fake candies, she's ignorant of basic facts about her supposed crafts. Miss Scone grows more mysterious by the minute.
Yeah. Nah, you sus, honey. You sus. She almost sounds like Muriel, even though Muriel is Irish. Like I said, I don't know what kind of voice I was going for with Lila, but here we are. This is the voice she has now.
Miss Scone appears to lack basic knowledge about how confectionery is created. And she said that she snuck into another entrance room for research purposes. Hardly the actions of a world-class confectioner competing for a major prize.
Yeah, not how I picture a top pro acting. Does she maybe just lack a little confidence? Or
is she not actually a confectioner at all? Perhaps she had another agenda altogether. After all, we only have her word for it that she went into that room to do some research.
Wait, you mean maybe she went in there to commit a murder?
There's no way of saying so for certain just yet. But she is hiding something. That much I'm certain of.
Investigation complete! And my screw-up is completely forgotten.
That's enough investigating for now, don't you think?
Yes, we've certainly found plenty of interest. Something's been bothering me for a while now. Mr. Von Karma would have surely found the murder weapon when he searched this room. And yet, he didn't arrest Miss Scone. He didn't even seem interested in questioning her. I think our first priority should be to find out what he's really up to. Detective Bad, I have a few things I'd like to ask Mr. Von Karma.
Me too. Him and Scone.
How could you, Bunny Pumpkin? Stop staring at me like that!
It appears Detective Bad is just as suspicious of Mr. Von Karma and Miss Scone as I am. Miss Scone, would you be so kind as to accompany us?
Of course, dearie. What are we off to?
To find Mr. Von Karma.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Could something here be the falsified evidence that Gregory exposed? Possibly. December 24th, 8:05 p.m., contest venue Fountain Room. There's that punk.
Mr. Von Karma, we'd like to speak with you if that's all right.
Judging by your faces, I'm guessing you found the murder weapon.
We did. It was in Miss Scone's room. Which means that Mr. Tangora should no longer be the only person of interest.
Nonsense! It doesn't matter where the weapon was found. Tangadora is guilty. And as long as this is my case, guilty he shall remain.
How can he be so sure of Mr. Tangaroa's guilt? You have an explanation, I assume, for why the murder weapon was in Miss Scone's room?
Of course I do, and I'd be delighted to share it with you.
Oh, here it goes! Here it goes! The murder weapon!
Tangadora killed Frost with one of Scone's salt lamps in order to frame her for the murder. To complete the deception, he took it back to her room once the deed was done. After all, if it had been found near the victim's body, Tangadora would have seemed doubly suspicious. A body may be hard to move, but a murder weapon, considerably less so. And that is why there was no piece of evidence on the scene that pointed to a particular suspect.
I don't think so. I don't think so, sir. Yeah, that's pretty flimsy logic for Von Karma. But it was enough to, it was enough to take Gregory aback.
So it's your assertion that Mr. Tangaroa took the salt lamp back to Miss Scone's room?
It is indeed. But it is more than an assertion. It is a fact, based on my own investigation.
You mean you have proof that he did so?
I don't need any such thing.
What?
If you have a rebuttal, I'll be happy to hear it. But I highly doubt you'll be able to fault my logic.
Oh, we're gonna fault it. We're gonna fault it so hard. Because I have just the thing for you, sir. Where's it at? Where's it at? If it had been found near the victim's body, yeah. Run your mouth, run your mouth, run your mouth, run your mouth. No piece of evidence that pointed to a particular suspect. Yeah. This cloth is... Did you see Gregory smile after... No, I missed that! I'll have to take a closer look next time when that animation comes up. But yeah, no, this cloth definitely points to Scone. And since I'm not impressed with Gregory's weak objection, I will substitute in one of my own.
Objection!
Objection! It's true that the murder weapon and the blood-stained chocolate were removed from the scene of the crime. But something else remained that does point to one person in particular. Take another look at the photograph of the body, if you will. The cloth covering the victim's lower half. Is that not one of the same luminous cloths we found in Miss Scone's room?
What's that there? What am I lovely colourful cloths? At the scene of the crime, you say? Luminous cloth. Nonsense. I see no light to speak of.
I guess he doesn't know how it works.
He's just as bad at technology! There is a weakness! Von Karma does have a weakness! He sucks with technology!
It may look like ordinary fabric at first glance, but attach one of these light-emitting devices, and the difference soon becomes apparent.
Oh, here we go! Here we go!
Look at his face! I don't think he was expecting that! But the fact that the cloth can be lit up is neither here nor there. We have to show why it's important. One of the rolls of cloth from Miss Scone's room went missing. And if you look closely at the blue cloth in the picture, wouldn't you say it's clearly made of the same material, Mr. Von Karma? The salt lamp and the luminous cloth both belonged to Miss Scone. And seeing as the body was wrapped in said cloth, surely even you have to admit that's suspicious.
He's good with certain technology, like a taser. Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe 18 years ago we didn't know how to use a taser. I don't know. I'm just poking at every single flaw I can find in this man.
Mr. Von Karma, I think it's time to accept that a number of factors point to Miss Scone as a person of interest.
Did she just pick that back up with her foot? Did you see that?
Oh, Piggy Pigwig! How could you? You're accusing me of hurting people?
I'm not accusing you of anything just yet, but I do think you're hiding something.
That's not... Just to clarify, your assertion is that both the murder weapon and the cloth were in Miss Scone's room prior to the murder?
Exactly. Is something funny?
Only that you have walked so carelessly into my trap. Neither the cloth nor the murder weapon were, in fact, in her room. So sorry to have to break it to you.
What does he mean?
Tangaroa spotted them before the contest began, and noted that the lamp and cloths contravened the rules. He subsequently confiscated them, and took them to his own room for safekeeping.
What?
I did see the little smile there. That time.
Then, after the contest began, nobody saw hide nor hair of Frost, as he had secluded himself in his room. And the only person capable of entering his locked room was Tangaroa, possessing as he did the only key. And as you now know, he was also in possession of the lamp used to commit the murder. So you see, I have had everything I need to get Tangaroa convicted all along. Well, how does it feel to have lost to me before even setting foot in the courtroom?
This can't be happening.
Wait, all our hard work was for nothing?
Miss Scone! Why didn't you tell us your stuff was confiscated by Mr. Tangaroa?
Well, dear, money considered if I spilled the beans, I'd end up being the one under suspicion.
Mr. Von Karma said that?
And he wasn't wrong now, was he? You two accused me yourselves just a second ago. Pathetic.
Curse you, Von Karma. You led us to the murder weapon knowing we'd make certain assumptions as a result.
One more thing, my pathetic friend. There are 2, and only 2 sets of fingerprints on the murder weapon.
2?
Yes. Those of Delicia Scone and Samson Tangaroa. No others were found. Tangaroa used the lamp he had confiscated to murder Frost, and was foolish enough to hide it in Scone's room without first removing his fingerprints. At this rate, no one will even need to testify. My perfect evidence will do all the talking for me as I secure his guilty verdict.
Objection!
Objection! But wait! What about the luminous cloth that was left behind in Mr. Tangaroa's room?
What about it? He probably meant to return it after disposing of the body.
I don't have enough to disprove any of what he's saying.
No more pitiful objections. Then get out of my sight and close the door behind you.
Miss Ree! I'm not about to just give up.
I see you mean to waste more of my time. Bad! Escort them off the premises, now!
Hold it! This investigation's not over yet. Detective Bad.
What is the meaning of this?
Sorry, but I'm not in the habit of leaving cases half-solved. There's still one last thing from the crime scene we haven't identified yet. He's right. We still have the evidence of someone's activities to account for.
We can discuss your lingering doubts at our leisure, Detective. But whatever they might be, they are no business of the defense's.
Objection! I beg to differ. There's a piece of evidence I'm still not satisfied about either. And I suspect it might be the same thing that's bothering Detective Bad.
What?
This is the yet unidentified something that was left in Mr. Tangarora's room.
It's gotta be the fingerprints!
Take that!
There are finger marks on one of Mr. Tangaroa's creations. Supposing they belong to the murderer, it could certainly explain how their prints didn't end up on the murder weapon.
How do you know so much about the crime scene?
Because I let him look around.
You let the defense examine the scene, Bad? Are you out of your mind?
I don't remember you telling me not to.
You insolent worm! You would do well to remember this then, Detective. That the results of your next salary review are up to me!
Oh, so this... Oh, this is an established thing! This was not just an Edgeworth threat! This was established practice! Okay! Still huge conflicts of interest here, but okay!
Detective Bad's in trouble now, too! I'm sure glad you're my boss, Mr. Edgeworth.
And you would do well to remember that the results of your salary review are up to your performance here.
Oh, no! That, like father, like son, in the worst possible way! Oh, no!
A mere attorney uncovering such a fact based on a cursory investigation. I'm almost impressed. But it's entirely possible that those finger marks belong to Tangarora. After all, he wore gloves while preparing his creations.
Objection!
Objection! But can you prove conclusively that the finger marks are his? Furthermore, there is still something about Miss Scone that doesn't add up.
Is there? Or are you simply not prepared to admit defeat? Stop it, Greggy! Stop it! Why you being so mean to your poor old pal, Alicia? I own the nibbling poor Sammy Poople sweet. This what do you want?
I don't want to have to make you a suspect. That much is certain. But you lied to us. And you're still not telling us everything.
Greggy, stop it! Stop bullying me!
I'm sorry, but you don't even know the temperature whipped cream should be kept at. What kind of professional confectioner doesn't know something as fundamental as that?
I'm sorry, alright? I'm sorry, I'm just a silly muddle-headed girl. What do you want me to say?
I don't think you're muddle-headed at all. I think
that you were never a confectioner in the first place.
Enough! I'll thank you to keep your baseless accusations to yourself. Evidence is everything in a courtroom, in case you've forgotten. If you're going to accuse a witness of perjury, then I demand that you present something to back it up!
But this isn't a courtroom, is it? Nevertheless, what proof do I have that Miss Scone doesn't know the first thing about making desserts?
It's gotta be the fake creations. They were all made of plastic.
Take that.
Every single one of Miss Scone's creations break the rules of the contest.
The offending items, the cloths and the lamps, were duly confiscated, as we have established. And the witness did not go and bring them back to her room herself!
Objection.
Objection! But those weren't the only rule-breaking items in her room.
What?
The entire fantastical world Miss Scone created. Every last bit of it. It's all just a collection of plastic models, slathered in whipped cream. That cream is the only authentic confectionery in the room!
Oh, man. Vengeance is so sweet, isn't it? If evidence is required in a courtroom, why are you going to arrest a man who found any Von Karma? Because he doesn't play by his own rules! He's a punk! He's a punk-ass bitch, that's why! Yes, exactly! Dude actively tried to stop Edgeworth from examining the crime scene. The rules only apply when they help him win! That is how Von Karma operates! We've been through this! I need to stop hitting my wall. There we go.
No real world title contender would ever stoop so low.
Is this true, Bud?
Yup. Saw it with my own eyes. Stepped in it with my own shoes.
Did we finally convince him?
With her lies exposed like this, surely he can't continue to deny the facts. Miss Scone, your actions place you firmly on our list of suspects.
No, Daddy! I'm no killer!
Then why don't you finally start telling us the truth? Who are you really? And why were you tampering with your rival's work?
All right. The truth is, I'm not the adorable little cook you see before you. I'm actually a pharmacist, if you can believe it.
A pharmacist?!
I can't blame him for being so surprised. This couldn't be further from what we imagined.
So what's somebody in your line of work doing entering a contest like this one?
I just love eating sweets, if you must know. And Sammy Purple sweets are the best, or so they say. I just had to enter. But I meant to end up making it all the way to the finals.
Even Mr. Von Karma is at a loss for words.
That's it? That's the only reason you're here?
Yes, dearie. And it was worth it. Samson Silly Pants' sweeties are the tastiest treats I ever did eat.
And the finger marks? Were you the one wearing the gloves?
No. That wasn't me, Daddy. I don't even wear gloves.
Remember, Miss Scone's fingerprints were found elsewhere on Mr. Tangaroa's other creations. I'd say that points to her not having worn any gloves.
Exactly, Lambkin. Greggy Pig has got the right end of the stick. I'm an innocent woman. Is your head filled with cream too? I'm sorry, mannequins.
Her head may not be filled with cream, but she's certainly no master of subterfuge. Miss Scone, were Mr. Tangaroa's works the only ones you sampled?
No, dear. I gotta help myself. When I'd finished my afternoon tea, I tipped over the chili wings for them for a little taste too.
You were in the victim's room too?
Oh, yes, dear. Nobody was in there, you see.
Quite possibly because the occupant was already dead.
But I could only stomach one little bite. I've never tasted anything so salty in all my life. So I had myself one of the tasty star-shaped bits off the side to cleanse my palate.
You have quite the sweet tooth, don't you, Miss Scone?
Indeed. What didn't she sample?
That's everything, I promise! Greggy pickles, honeykins, I'm so sorry! I didn't mean to make a mess of things!
As long as what you've told us is the truth, that's all that matters in the end.
Do not think for a second that this means I myself believe you. I am going to investigate the victim's room now. We'll see how truthful you've really been after I'm through.
Mr. Von Karma, please let us accompany you.
What? No way is he gonna let us do that!
I think it's only fair that we be allowed to investigate the veracity of our conclusions.
Oh, then we're actually gonna!
Accompany me if you like, but don't think for a second you'll be permitted to conduct your own investigation.
We'd like to accompany you all the same.
December 24th, 9 p.m. Contest venue, Frost Room. Actually, I think here is a good place to stop it for now. Things are definitely heating up in this competition, and I am very excited about where this is going. I am very excited about this. I am a sucker for cooking competitions, so I am very much invested in this story, and also I am very, very much invested in Gregory Edgeworth. Even knowing what's going to happen to him very shortly in the future, I'm so very much invested in this man. All right. We are going to go ahead and call it here for today. The next stream is going to be tomorrow night. We're going to be back with more Paper Mario. We got to wrap up we got to wrap up a little bit of Chapter 6, and then it's on to Chapter 7, the penultimate chapter! We're almost done with Thousand Year Door, guys! So please, stick around for the finale. We're also going to have Elden Ring and more Gay Lawyer Sunday later this week. Check the schedule for all the details. It'll be out tomorrow. And don't forget, new episode of 100 Girlfriends dropped on Crunchyroll. Go and check it out! That is going to do it for today. This is Super Geek Girl signing off. Stay super, everybody, and I will see y'all tomorrow night. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Ta-ta!